I found yesterday. I went to Tesco's and they had an offer on dairy milk, right?
Yeah.
Big fucking bars of dairy milk. 400
Like a
gram
norm.
choppy.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, is it like by the yard? Because I remember the yard long ones that you'd get at Christmas
And
or New Year's.
now what I've done is I've left that on my desk. I haven't opened it. And I tell
It's
you what, it's
melted.
fucking 31 degrees.
It's
It's
fucking
just a
melted.
liquid. This is just a packet of liquid chocolate right now. That's to have to go in the fridge, that is.
All right. Can you see the screen?
You're not screen sharing.
I. You know what? I thought I was. I thought I've
You're
been
not.
screen sharing for like 20 minutes now.
No, that's why I didn't know if you were ready or not.
Okay, that's good that you're here. Because I've been sitting here with this open for like 19 minutes currently. And
Is this
yeah.
alphabetical? Oh, nice. This is like me killing them. I was going to an alphabetical order.
All right. See, this is why you are qualified for this. Because you're going through killing all these bosses. Because
right.
I legitimately don't remember Battle Mage Hughes.
But
I'm not ranking them B. I'm just putting them like somewhere you can see them.
No, it's a girl, Evergirl boss, right?
It is an Evergel boss. It's in it's the Sally, a Town of Sorcery one.
Let's set it at Evergirl. That's it. What does he do?
That is an excellent question.
Club.
He's got a club.
Got a club.
He's got gavel. He does have gavel.
What does he drop? You can check by what he drops. He drops his ashes. He drops his own summon. He's got a stick and a club. He does have a pointy hat though. The summon looks a bit questionable.
There is something about
Hughes came from this. His Loris Hughes came from Celia to study the Haemia Conspectus at the Academy, where he became a battle mage. Haemia scholars seek to quell conflict with cannon fire and the gavel. But Hughes developed a longing for it. He longs for gavel.
He longs for the gavel? Alright, that is.
He longs for the gavel.
Okay, so
there's. It's at best C tier.
At best, I'm willing to go at best C. He longs for the gavel.
We might have to like move things around because I don't really like I've got no point of reference. We've started on the boss that I don't even remember killing. Like I probably killed it on my mage playthrough. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really go near Celia on my Do you remember when I walked into Celia and just accidentally killed that like dual boss?
The two Noxtella people. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got lost.
What are you doing here? Help.
I was like, nah, you can kill that boss. Nah, and then two dudes show up and you panic, and I'm like, just fucking hit them, and they got like 10 health.
Yeah, they got absolutely slapped. All right,
yeah.
He's now our starting point of
He is the stick in which we will measure everyone else.
Okay, he's apparently C tier. I guess because he has no egregious things, right? Like D tier, like D and F tier are there for like ulcerated true spirit. There's no.
Hang on.
We can discuss that when we get to it. Okay, we can discuss when we get to it. We can disagree. We can disagree when we get there. All right.
This is why there are two opinions.
Okay. All right. Fine.
I wouldn't put him higher than C generally, because if he longs for the gavel, that's a bottom move in my opinion. He also drops himself.
He does.
If he is that willing to give himself to you, that's a bottom move. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is true. If you drop yourself as a spirit, it's okay. So are we adding the rule? If you drop yourself as a spirit ash, that is minus 1 point because that is pretty subby.
That is fairly subby.
All right.
All right. From bad to worse. Next up is Beastman of Farum Azula.
Beastman of Farum Azula. Okay.
The first boss I ever fought in Elden Ring.
Yeah, I'm giving Beastman of Farum Azula maybe a slight bonus tick because I think it's also the first boss that I really fought, and it clapped my ass. I remember it was on my Dex playthrough when the first thing I did was play Dex with dual wield swords because I thought that was cool, right? And that thing clapped my ass, and I closed the game and didn't play for like 2 days because I just didn't even know. Right? That was when I first came to you. Like I can't play this game because you made me buy it.
I didn't make you buy the game.
You didn't make me buy it.
I don't have that much control over you.
Alright, fine. You persuaded me to buy it. Right, Beastman of Farum Azula, like, it's not really my
I
thing.
He's not my
That's a
my
D
thing
tier.
either. You think it's a
That's
B
a D
tier?
tier.
A D
That's a
tier?
D tier. He's not a B tier. He doesn't get B because he's a beast.
Uh,
Alright.
no. But I was gonna rank him higher than Battle Mage Hughes just solely by the fact that he clapped your cheek so hard you quit for a day. That having to
Okay.
take a day's break after he claps you.
That might be
But
true, but he is also just an enemy in the later game that you kill
true,
like millions of.
he is just a dude from Farum Azula. I think the only thing saving him from F tier is the fact that he clapped you so hard that you had to
He
take
did.
a break for
Okay.
a day.
Not only did I have to take a break, but I had to re-roll. Okay, fine,
You
fine,
did.
fine. And I had to seek professional guidance.
That sounds
All
like
right,
you had to
fine.
go
D
find a
goes D tier.
priest.
He
Yeah,
goes D tier. He,
I,
he sucks. Be gone.
he,
No
I
more
couldn't,
beast.
I couldn't rank him any higher than D, mainly because he's just a dude.
He's just a dude. He's just a dude.
He's just a furry
Next
dude
though,
from
is
Farum
not
Azula.
a dude. Yeah.
No, next dude is the bell-bearing hunter,
All right.
which
He's got
I
a
think
telekinesis sword. That's fucking cool. All right. He gets points.
he gets points for being for having that telekinesis sword, but he is just a reskin of the Briar boss, which I'm trying to Elmer of the Briar. I believe he is
Are they the
literally
same
just
boss?
Elmer of the Briar.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't even know. Like,
They have different names,
yeah. But Elmer
but
of the Briar is the actual like dude,
he is the name brand.
the great enemy version of this boss. Does Elmer of the Briar have the cool ass sword though? I
Yes,
mean, that's
that
kind of
that is his sword. That is the Briar sword.
that's pretty cool. I don't know. Telekinesis is cool though. I just
I
he
agree.
gets bonus points.
He
He gets bonus
you
points.
you do get bonus points for telekinesis. There's a lot of things you can do with telekinesis.
Also, okay, just to like a little bit of bonus, like he has. You have to go to him,
You do
right?
you
I know you have
got
to
you
go.
got
I know, like I know you have to go to every boss, but like you don't just rock up and he's there like, oh, fight me,
you have to
right?
show up at nighttime. You have to specifically want to be with him.
Exactly. You have to. That's strong energy.
That is strong
I think he's
energy.
B tier. I think he's B tier.
I would happily
He's
give
better
him B
than
tier.
he's better than Battle Mage, fucking whoever that guy even is.
Battle Mage Hughes, fucking
That guy,
Captain Gavel
yeah,
himself.
that guy. I don't even remember what fought this guy. I'll give 5 more years and
He
kill
has a
him.
cannon apparently.
He has a cannon. He's not a cannon. He's got a staff. That's not a cannon. It's a stick.
Wiki says he's got a cannon move.
All right. Yeah, isn't that the cannon where you throw a little?
Listen, I'm not fighting for Battle Mage Hughes, okay?
Okay,
He is
well,
at
Batman
best
Jesus,
C
he's
tier.
stuck. He's in C tier. He's done. We're done with him. Stuff him.
I honestly, with how he acts, I think that's what he wants. Are you happy with Bell-bearing Hunter in C? Because whatever we give him, we have to at least put.
See?
Sorry, B. I can't read. I'm stuck on Hughes. I can't get him out of my head. All I'm saying is Elmer of the Briar definitely has to be at least like higher in B tier or better.
Okay, well,
He is the name brand.
Beta then, yeah.
Yeah.
He is the name brand, but like he honestly kind of looks less edgy. He's like,
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
like Barbarian Hunter's like dark and he's got a big glowy red sword. Elmer just kind of looks like a dude in armor until he starts hitting you with a sword.
Yeah, but he has a castle.
Is it his castle?
Listen, the only other people there are like abominations.
What?
So like
castle's even in
Shaded Castle. Listen, the land value alone is in the negatives because of all the poison.
Castle's a
but, like,
shithole.
it is, but hear me out. Hear me out. Do you have a castle?
Yes,
All right.
kind of.
So
I got loads of castles. I've been to loads of castles in Elden Ring. I've killed everything there. Does that make them my castles?
I
There's
mean,
Clean Rot Knights in Shaded Castle as well.
there's
Is it their
one
castle?
clean rot night in
Is
Shaded
anyone?
Castle.
They like by that thing where you can jump down to get whatever's in that box. I remember getting.
Oh no,
something out
there's
of that
two.
box that I really wanted.
There's two.
Priesty. It's the one. There's one that's in front of the can't speak. The prosthesis,
Prosthetic.
right? You need
Yeah.
prosthetic. Is it? I thought it was prosthesis. I don't know.
It might be prosthesis,
There's both.
but I can
It's
say
so hard, isn't
prosthetic
it?
better.
I think there's both exist in the game, right? The prosthesis is the like the dagger arms, right? And the prosthetic is the thing that you give Melna. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, fuck all of that. I'm happy with B tier.
Yeah.
All right, now we get a little bit more. Now we get a little bit more abstract.
Borealis, the freezing fog.
Yeah, the one from Mountaintops of the Giants, next to where you get seppuku.
When you have to like you run into the fucking spooky fog, and you're like, "Hello, there's a dragon here. I was told there was a dragon here."
I had so much trouble with this guy. He is average dragon tier. He's very bulky. Not much to look at. He is just a dragon.
So lore is that ice dragons were once lords of the mountaintops long ago, until they were defeated by the fire giants and chased from the peak. It's kind of knocked him down a peg or two, right? He was ass kicked by fucking hairy ginger big boy.
I will fight for him slightly. He has to be ranked at least slightly higher than dude from Farah Missoula.
Okay, he's ranked higher than dude from Farah Missoula.
Okay,
like,
yeah, but we can agree he's in the bottom half of this tier.
Where do dragons need a default spot? Are dragons are dragons the true like middle like mid tier, and then you get good dragons and bad dragons? I don't know. Like he can't be a mid tier dragon though. Like flying dragon Agkiel is a mid tier dragon. That's a vanilla ass. That's a vanilla ass dragon.
Okay, so
that's the first dragon you fucking run into.
So he's better than a vanilla ass dragon.
Yeah, like he lives in a hard to get to area, harder to get to area, and he does cold. He drops a lot of runes. All right, he drops a lot of runes.
All right, so on the basis that he has to be better than a vanilla ass dragon, and he's loaded, you're arguing for what tier? Like, I could see him C, or I could see him being in C or D, because on daddy energy alone, yeah, he fucks you over.
I guess it depends.
I don't want him to fuck me over.
If you're into like dragons as daddy energy, that's like a big important part, right? Like for me, it's not my big thing. So like I don't like, you know.
That's the thing though. Like there's a difference. Like if you just have like a dragon,
there's a demographic where this S tier is just full of dragons, right? And that's fine.
That is true.
Like that's cool. That's fine. But like it's not my tier. It's not my tier. Right?
There is a difference though. Like was Aragon had like Sean Connery dragon, right?
What?
Who was the speaking dragon in Aragon?
Lots of them spoke. I mean, Saphira was his dragon.
The main one, though.
What do you mean the main one? His main dragon was Saphira. Aragon's dragon was Saphira. Alright? And I don't want to talk about what I've read. Alright, I read a lot of Aragon fan fiction as a kid. Alright?
It was a female dragon, wasn't it?
It was a female dragon. So the main dragons you had were his dragon, Saphira. You had Murtag, his... Spoilers, by the way, team. Sorry, this book's 15 years old, but... was Murtag's dragon, which was Thorn, I think the dragon was called. And then you had Galbanorix's dragon, whose name was Chertagal? Oh, that's going to really... Is it? Galbanorix.
So just for context, I was thinking of Dragonheart, where Sean Connery is a dragon. And...
Well, you said Aragon!
Yeah, I know, but when I think of old fucking 2000s dragon movies, Aragon's the first one that comes to mind.
There was no Aragon film. There was no Aragon film.
Okay,
There was no Aragon film.
I'm sorry.
Much like there was no Avatar film, there was no Aragon film.
You know, I'll
much
give
like
you
there
that.
was no DBZ. Much like there was no DBZ live action film either.
All right, but no, I was thinking Dragonheart, and the dragon's voiced by Sean Connery.
Okay.
So like, if we're talking daddy energy, yeah, if Like, if Borealis had like a speaking role, and we're talking like a Sean Connery, slap that bitch on S tier. That's a
like,
daddy dragon.
do we even know this? Do we even know this dragon's gender?
No,
Does it
but
matter?
no, but I will argue that daddy energy has nothing to do with gender. Like, I have called my wife daddy. That means absolutely nothing. Okay, daddy energy is gender non-specific.
Okay, true. But like at the same time, if you're saying it's gonna be voiced by Sean Connery,
Well, that's just personal preference. Like, if we're talking voiceover, I have biases.
You see the video Andy linked of that gaming convention in Germany and how it was like 50% farming sim. That is Pog. That is so. Me and Lily were talking the other day and saying we were memeing about games we play, and then she's like, you know what? I'd actually kind of play Farming Simulator, and I was like, I'd play Farming Simulator.
I have played Farming Simulator 2016.
Honestly, I like it. Like,
yeah.
You know, I like kind of things chill. Right? It's all the bits of nostalgia about it that I do. You know, fuck all the rest of it. I'm not here to talk to people. I've got mods that add like another 100 NPCs. I'm on like Autumn, and I've talked to about 10.
Mate, I got fields to till. These potatoes have got to go.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm here to make money. I will make friends with people. Never. Just never. Actually, you don't need to. Fuck it. Only reason to do it is to get the perfect thing, to get the thing that gives you iridium, right, from your granddad's spirit in year 3. Guess I'll do it by then. But like, you can always just mine iridium from the. You mine it from the bottom of the skull mines. It doesn't matter. We're talking about Borealis and freezing.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're like 4 tangents deep at this point.
Help! Why did you get me to do this? Alright, I think Borealis.
You're the only other part. Okay, so the reason I got you for this is because you're the one of 2 people I know that enjoy Elden Ring and are my friends. And 2, if I got Gutter to do this, he would argue the opposite way, and everything would be skewed being up, and the S tier would be loaded.
Okay,
so
true.
I need someone to balance me out, not feed into what I do.
Okay. I think dragons by default go in C tier. I think being a dragon gets you a default level of daddy energy, right?
Okay, I will say
Borealis is a top. He's like top of C tier. He's
okay.
better than Battle Mage. Who the fuck is that guy? Honestly, can we move Battle Mage? Who the fuck is that guy to D tier? Can he go to D tier, please?
D tier like, above or below?
Bosses, he's better than Beastman and Farah Missoula, okay? But
okay.
I think dragons are like gonna populate C tier with the good dragons going in B tier. And like maybe one in A tier. I can't.
Okay.
I can think of at least one A tier dragon. I can think of one A tier dragon alright that's coming up. But
yeah, what the A tier dragon that has to be the big daddy dragon, the headmaster himself, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm with you on that. We'll get it.
All right, what's next?
Cemetery Shade.
Do we get like a big? Can you get like a big image? Can you click them so it goes big? So someone you can click them so they go big. No.
No.
All right.
No. I can't.
Something. All right. Cemetery Shade. That's just a spooky ghost.
That is just a spooky ghost with a knife. Now, hear me out. This is something I'm arguing against him for. I'm pretty sure his head just contains a parasite.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of daddy energy from spooky ghost with it. Kind of slow walks towards you, I guess. It's kind of a bit like
he's got Jack the Ripper energy, but not like daddy energy.
There's no daddy energy in Jack the Ripper. Good. I'm glad we're not conflating those two.
I'm not. Okay. I'm definitely not conflating Jack the Ripper and daddy.
Okay, good. Thank you. Cemetery Shade's got nothing. He's got nothing.
I would argue Cemetery Shade is F tier. I honestly, Beastman of Farah Missoula outpaces Cemetery Shade, and I'm not afraid to say that.
Yeah, alright, he can go after. We might need more tiers below. We might just need more.
No. We can expand.
Maybe we're too granular. Okay, maybe we're too granular. Alright, keep going. Cleanrock Knights. Alright, Cleanrock Knights, they're pretty hardcore.
They are. Right? Like, they're also like 8 to 9 feet tall.
Yeah, like I read a thing the other day, right, talking about the fact that like the Cleanrock Knights literally saw their leader get Scarlet Rot go completely insane and still just guard the fucking Rot. Right? Like, they still just guard Caelid. It's pretty hardcore.
That is pretty hardcore.
Like B tier?
B tier? I mean, they're loyal, but does that make them daddy? Like, that's we're not
But
ranking
they're
them on
hardcore.
like.
They're not loyal. Like
Mm,
the thing is that what are they loyal to? Radan's a nut. Like they're just fucking doing their job. They're just hardcore. Or maybe they can be C tier.
well,
Fine.
no.
I mean, I
Here's the
guess you're
thing.
comparing to dragon.
Okay,
These are dragons here.
so you're conflating this. They are not Radan's knights. These are Melania's knights.
I thought the Claymore Knights were. Hmm.
No. These are
Let's see
Melania's
that.
knights that have stayed behind in Caelid after she has fallen and been taken to the Halig tree.
Yeah.
They are so loyal to Melania that they are literally standing in the cesspit of rot, defending.
Okay. They are 9 foot
I
tall.
kind of. They are like 9 feet tall. Okay.
I did also see a picture of
Uh,
someone dressed as a Claymore Knight, and that looked pretty daddy. Hang on.
okay. If you can get me that picture, then I mean, I am down.
Let me find you the. There was a picture of like 4 people walking. One of them was dressed as Melania, one of them was dressed as a Claymore Knight, and I was like, oh.
That's good RP.
Don't know if I'm going to find it. I've seen it like 3 times on the Reddit as well. And I'm like, alright. I've searched 2 things in Google and given up. So
More
they
than
can
I've done.
have they can have a finest C tier. I think they're
C
better
tier?
than maybe top D. I don't know, they're better than fucking Gavel Man.
They're better than
Like, he's our
Gavelman.
touchstone.
I'd argue they're better than Borealis. The loyalty goes away towards this. The height goes away towards this. But
Right, Borealis is a dragon. You know, that's a big dragon. They're 9 foot tall. That dragon's like fucking 40 foot tall. That's
yeah,
a big
but
dragon.
tell me one thing that dragon's done outside of existing and being a dragon.
I don't know. Hang on, I've got its lore here. I've not got anything for you, so
Exactly. That is a
right.
dragon.
Borealis
It exists.
I've scrolled down. Borealis is going to lose a point here, at my own mental point. I don't know, not like a tier. I've just got a mental point counter that I'm keeping absolutely no track of. Because when you look at his combo chart, it's literally just one thing, and he just has different moves. There's one row, and then there's a second row that only has like 3 things in it. Pretty sure Claymore Knights have more moves than that. So,
Yeah.
fine, sure. They can be above dragon.
They can be above this
There are
dragon.
There are people out there who are fucking raging at us right now. Right?
Yes.
And
But hear me out.
those people have.
We already ranked
some-
Bell-Bearing Hunter above a dragon, okay?
Yeah, but. Okay, fine. Next.
Next.
All right.
Next is Commander Nile.
All right. Commander Nile. That's an A tier.
Honestly,
Wait, that is the
I'm
one that-
having
That's the one you fight in the thing that summons 2
Castle
dudes, right?
Saul summons 2 dudes, has
He
a
literally
prosthetic
summons
leg.
2 dudes. He summons 2 fucking hardcore dudes.
He
I found that,
literally
like, I know.
can summon dudes to go fuck with you. Honestly, yeah, I kind of see it.
Nile. He's in a castle. He summons 2 dudes. He drops cool armor. I really like his
He does.
armor.
Also,
He drops
has the Halig Tree medallion.
He also drops the prosthesis as well.
He does.
He drops like a lot. He drops a lot of stuff, and
Yep.
it's cool. And he has a second phase where he goes like hardcore after you kill the guys.
Yeah,
He's
no,
pretty
phase
cool. That's a
phase-
pretty
phase
strong,
2
that's
is
pretty strong
hardcore.
energy.
no, he definitely
That's pretty-
radiates a strong energy.
He's also got strong dad bod energy. Like that armor just gives you dad bod energy when you put it on. Like it's not it's not like a Dan Thief of Fire kind of energy. He's not on this list. Disaster. He's not on it. Oh, he is. He's down there. I thought
Yeah,
it was
he'll be down here
alphabetical.
somewhere.
What? Confusion.
Well, what's his name?
These Everjail bosses at the bottom. He's down there. I can see him with a big glowy ball. I Dan Thief of Fire. I was just confused. As
Oh,
to
yeah,
why,
yeah,
like, our alphabetical
Adan.
wasn't alphabetical. Wait, did our alphabetical start at B?
Yeah, I think it goes. Well, because no, there's Crucible Knight. I don't know. Like maybe these were added in after.
Oh, whatever.
Maybe someone made this tier list and then was like, "Oh shit, wait, there's more bosses I haven't seen."
The big with
Don't
A. All right. Connor Nile. That's strong energy.
I'm solid
Clapped
on
me a lot of
A
times
with
when I
him.
fought him.
Oh yeah.
That was like, he was like one of the bosses that I got stuck on in my melee run for a bit. Like, he was pretty hard. Like I cruised through a lot of bosses. Got to him, was like, this guy's pretty hard. Um, yeah, he's strong energy. He's strong energy.
Not
Alright,
only can he
Black
summon
Blade
men,
Kindred. Okay, sorry.
not only can he bring men to fight you, he can inspire them. He's got that standard. He
True.
I agree with the A tier.
Yeah, like he also summons two dudes that are both quite good, and you
Yeah.
can summon only one of them yourself.
True.
Right.
He is twice the man you are.
He is, and we haven't decided how daddy the player character is. I guess it depends on your player character.
That we'll get to when we hit Mimic tier, because I've already thought about this independently beforehand.
Okay, of course you have. Of course you have. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Black Blade Kindred. Okay, I'm gonna argue that out of all the gargoyles, this has the strongest energy because the first time you see it, you run the fuck away.
I mean,
because if you take that teleporter, is it D that gives you the teleporter, right? To fucking Beast Clergyman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you take that teleporter, and you go talk to Beast Clergyman, and you're like, "Hey, boss, here's a death root," and he's like, "Nom nom," right? You go out that door, and you're like, "Oh, I could probably kill that. I'm sure I can't come in that bad." Like this, this dude in Round Table Hold that I got to just before I killed, a fucking Margit. This guy can't be that strong.
He one-shots your whole family line.
End you.
Yeah.
Right, like that boss is harder than like a normal gargoyle.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like that's strong energy, and it's B tier energy.
I'd argue for at least B tier. I'd also argue that he's better than. No, actually, I'd argue he's worse than a bell-bearing hunter. That the idea that you have to make it nighttime and seek him out specifically, there's something to that.
I like that as a point. Like Blackbait Kindred is just there in his little corner with his little dog. His little dog in a robe, I know it's Malekith, but
We'll get to Malekith.
We'll get to it. You'll have a field though. All right, Black Knife Assassin. They get points. They did kill the gods. At least God.
Two of them.
Two of them? Yeah, two. So they killed one in body and one in soul, right? Killed Rani's body, right? And
Rani's body and
Godfrey's soul.
Godfrey?
Godrick's. No, Godfrey. Fuck, I get these wrong all the time. Godwyn.
It's not Godwyn.
No?
It's not Godwyn. I don't think Godwyn's one of them.
Fuck. Third God, Elden Ring. It is Godwyn. Godwyn the Golden.
Is it Godwyn?
It's Godwyn.
Holy shit, I didn't think it was Godwyn. I've been outnamed.
The son of Queen Marika the Eternal and Godfrey the First, Elden.
Ah.
Yeah, because it's Godfrey we'll get to Godfrey later, actually.
We will. We will get to Godfrey.
We will. I mean, we'll get to
There's also Godrick.
All right. Yeah,
we'll get to Marika.
I get confused between Godrick, Godrin, and Godfrey a lot, but yeah.
There's also Godfrey.
Who the fuck is Godfrey? You just made that up.
I've not only not made it up, he's right here. Godfrey the Grafted.
Who the fuck is that?
Putting him back.
Who the fuck is Godfrey? What?
Godfrey the Grafted. Didn't you know about Godfrey the Grafted? There's a reason I get fucked up on these names. No, it's not. Because here's the thing. Like here's Godfrey the Grafted, and then here is Godrick the Grafted.
Who the fuck is Godfrey?
He's a fucking Everjail boss.
Who the fuck is that?
He's right next to the
Evergale.
It's next to the lift as soon as you get into Altus. He drops the talisman that gives you 15% more. It's Godfrey's icon. One of the 8 legendary talismans. You probably have.
I don't even. Okay, cool. I think I might have memed it at the time. So good. Right, that's fine. Whatever. I get one name. You get this. I am confused.
That's the thing, right? That's why I'm so fucky on these names, because I didn't think there was a Godwyn. I thought there was a Godrick, a God, whatever. There's many different God boys. Marika loves a godly name.
Does. All right. So.
All right. Black Knife
Knife
Assassin.
Assassins.
Um,
They're pretty good.
honestly, I'm feeling high C, low B, because they will fuck you.
Honestly, feel like I'd give Knife Assassins more than Blackblade Kindred. IMO.
I'm okay with that.
Like they literally wield like they're
Fragments
Blackblade
of
assassins.
yeah,
Yeah, like
they got fragments of death and death. Like that
like what?
is
Like Black Knife Assassins can kill a god. What's Blackblade Kindred gonna do? Hit them with his big fucking stick?
again, this isn't in terms of combat prowess because like
No, I know it's not, but like you know, the ability to kill a god is kind of daddy,
I mean, if you put it like that, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, yeah,
I still wouldn't rank them higher than the bell bearing hunter though. Like that has something. I don't know why.
as it does, is alright. Fine, Black Knife
It
can go. I
does.
think Black Knife can go in between our two B tiers. I'd put it there. I think that's fine
Yeah.
for our current scaling.
Let's see.
Bloodhound Knight Dvarin.
Darren Darren will, I think. Darren will?
Bloodhound Knight Darren.
Alright,
Um,
where's Darren going? He's lanky as fuck. He looks
um,
like he's 10 feet tall but has scoliosis. So
he does in
mm,
fact uh drop to his hands and knees and scuttle like a beetle.
okay, is that points for or against though? Because that is definitely
I don't know. But that just came into my head.
it fits. For the reference alone, I would give him points, but he definitely doesn't
Like
touch. Mm,
he's like C tier at best.
I'd give him C tier. Darren can hit C tier.
His weapons good. Like Bloodhound Chopper, what fuck it's called? Bloodhound Greatsword. It's a good weapon.
Sure. No, the actual sword itself is really
Actually,
good. He's really
the Bloodhound
flexible.
Knights. Do the Bloodhound Knights use the same? I bet they use the same rigging, or at least the same skeleton as the Crawley Claw Boys in Sekiro.
The centipedes.
They move in like the same way.
I think they use the same rigging as Beast Clergymen for phase 1, but obviously faster.
And it's probably similar. I mean, it's probably similar rigging, right? Because like you were saying, Sekiro was like a tech demo for Elden Ring.
I think that's how it started out.
Way. Yeah, they move in a kind of similar way. I think he's like a C tier.
I'd agree with C tier. I think I'd rank him below the dragon
his
though.
House though.
You do have to go to his house, and not only do you have to go to his house, you have to like actively go in with a key. Like you have to get him out of jail. I know Godfrey needs a key. I don't know if he needs a stone sword key.
Sure. I feel like he's C tier above a Clean Rock Knight.
Yeah, he's freaky enough.
Longer than a Clean Rock Knight. He's pretty long. He's pretty free. Yeah. That's true. He's got like big.
He's got Voldo energy from Soul Calibur.
He's got. That's the like. I know that guy. I know the guy.
That's the dude with the fist weapon that's all bendy and walks like backwards. He's got Voldo energy.
I used to use his animations on loads of my characters because he had cool as fuck animations. You remember you can make like I played a lot of Soul Calibur 4, which had an insane character creator. The character creator was sick, and by sick I mean I was 14, and yeah. I mean you've seen Soul Calibur 4 characters.
I have. I know. You had a great time.
That was
all right. He can be C tier. He's got Voldo energy, but he's not got much else. He's just a weird dude with a knife.
He is a big knife though.
Bulls Carrion Knight.
Carrion Knight. I don't know much about him. Has he got any lore, or is he just like a troll who casts magic?
Honestly, I barely know he exists. He's an Evergel boss.
He's in the Cuckoo's Evergel.
That makes sense. The Cuckoos are from the Rhea Lucaria area. So the fact that
Hmm.
this is like a dude that's using Rhea Lucaria sorceries, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, I've not got anything lore wise for him. I barely know he exists.
No, he's very big.
He's he's just a
Um,
troll.
he's just a troll. He casts magic. It puts him above another. I don't think we've got any other trolls
All
on
right,
our
he's
list,
a
do we?
troll with like 12 int. That doesn't really or I guess 14
Yeah.
int.
He drops Great Blade Phalanx as well, which is the worst version of the Phalanxes, right? Because the small sword one's probably better. Is the
For
small sword one
staggering, I
better
think
than
the
the
small
big
one's
sword
better.
one?
I think the small one
I guess
is
it depends what you
better.
want from it.
But honestly, I'd
Yeah.
rank him down in like he's above Cemetery Shade. Honestly, below Beastman of Farah Missoula, outside of just being
Low
grand.
Beastman of Missoula.
Fine, I'll give you
Okay.
above Beastman of Farah Missoula just because he's got size.
How is Gavelman holding his spot here?
Turns out he's not the
This
worst
guy's
of
a
the
big
fucking
ass
Everjoe
troll.
bosses. Yeah, he's a big ass troll, but like,
Okay. Trolls do have no trousers on and are Ken. So sure, he can go below Battle Mage. Battle Mage fucking Dennis, whatever his name was. He at least wears
yeah, he goes
trousers.
up. He
He's
goes up.
packing. This troll's not packing anything.
So
I
what
know
you're
you said
saying
gender
is,
neutral earlier, but he ain't packing
Hughes
nothing. Alright?
Hughes is existing solely on the fact that we cannot see his crotch. Is that really what this is? I'm
Yeah, well,
down
like,
for it.
you can at least like trolls have got nothing. Just moldy.
To
I
be
know
fair,
like
they
Cleveland
are
Knight's
they're
probably moldy.
they're moldy enough that it's probably fallen off.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
saying.
know it's a gender neutral term, but like at the same time, what am I gonna do?
Apparently, you have expectations for your daddy, and that's fine.
Yeah, I do. What's the fucking point otherwise?
Okay. Commander
Alright.
O'Neill. Now, I may have fucked up between Commander O'Neill and Commander Nile.
No, O'Neill is the one that I cheesed with the geysers. He's the one
Oh,
in
you're right.
Caled.
You're right. He is the one in Caled,
You
the
can
one that
see
walks slowly
that little
towards you.
Caled background behind his picture. He's also quite hardcore, but he does live in Caled, right?
You're docking him points because he's poor. Is that what it is?
I mean, he's clearly not poor. He's got like golden armor on. He lives in Caled out of choice.
To be fair,
Right?
that armor's his uniform. He probably doesn't own it.
That's true. That's true. He does drop a battle banner, which is quite cool. I've never used that, but it looks cool. It's got a cool buff, right?
All right. So negative points for where he lives and the fact that he probably doesn't.
You could also cheese him. You can completely cheese the boss. I feel like he loses points for being completely cheesable.
All right. So what he's got going for him is currently is cheesable
He's got a
against
lot.
him.
Okay, he's got a lot of the same thing. Yeah, he's got a lot of the same things going as Nile, right? He looks
Yep.
very similar to Commander Nile, like right. Like he's got the same kind of energy going, but he's like so like Commander Nile is like daddy energy. Like he's like at a wedding. He's like dressed up, right? He's got his good kit on. Like Commander O'Neill is. So it's
He's
like
like
a good
an
example. Take me, right? Like I made it to my mate's wedding. Like Commander Nile is me at my mate's wedding when I was dressed up with my suit on, right? Commander
that was a
O'Neill
good
is
suit.
me living in my flat surrounded by monster cans. Like
Mm.
that's the change in energy, right? And that docks you points. Like I know
It.
personally that docks me points.
All right. So things that we've got going against him are his current living situation, the fact that he's rotten to
Well, don't say
fuck.
it like that. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel like
You're the one that drew. You're the one that drew this comparison, not me.
Okay, fine, fine.
I am only talking about
Hey,
Commander
I've got
Nile
more
here.
expectations. Clearly, I've got more daddy expectations than just owns a set of genitalia. Um,
True. You value vexillology. Dude's got a banner, so like, you know.
okay, true. He does have a banner. Banner is cool. I
So
think he's like a
I'd
B
argue
tier.
C, but like he does have a banner, so that I guess yeah he gets up a point for B.
It wasn't just banner.
Um,
Like it wasn't banner begins with B, so he gets B tier. That
no,
wasn't.
no,
That
no.
wasn't
He gets
like
more.
I wasn't alphabetizing here. Like
No, no. I'm saying that he gets more points because he gives you the banner. His
if we're
passion for
going on the basis of
vexillology
okay, if
and
it
inspiring
doesn't
his
he
troops.
command a load of clean rock knights?
He commands like 2 or 3 of them are still alive.
Okay, therefore
Like he doesn't summon
surely on the
them.
basis. Yeah, but he does command them on the basis of that. If clean rock knight is C tier, he has to be higher than C tier.
I
He
mean,
commands the Clean Rock Knights,
true.
or at least above the Clean Rock Knights.
Okay, so he is at minimum mid C tier.
I'm gonna look up his lore for some last insights. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put him at top of C tier. I'm down for the lore.
All right. I'll see if the lore we've got any good lore. All right. Even after his lord was what? That sentence doesn't make sense. I'm gonna read you as it says on the thing. Even after
Sure.
his lord was fled, Commander O'Neill continued to brandish his flag in the devastation of the
Are you?
Rot-Eaten field of battle.
Hang on.
The
Are you
Soul
misreading the word felled?
No. Even after his lord was fled, is what it says on the wiki. It's probably meant to be either felled. It's
Or
probably meant
has
to be
fled?
felled or had fled. Yeah, but it's
It,
felled, right?
it
So
was a
even after his
Japanese
lord was
game
felled,
and then translated,
yeah,
so
true.
you know.
Even after his lord was felled, Commander O'Neill continued to brandish his flag in the devastation of the Rot-Eaten field of battle. The sole veteran who remembers the battle with pride. I feel like he gets beaten. It's kind of cool lore.
Honestly, I'm willing to keep him top of C or the very lowest of B just for that
He
that
summons 5
mistranslation.
exile soldiers.
He summons 5 dudes.
He
I'll
does summon
bump.
5 dudes.
I will bump him up at least 1 point
They're not strong
just
dudes.
for having
They're
5
those
dudes.
exile soldiers, right? Like the ones that kick about in Thingy
You could
Castle.
summon 5
Uh,
homeless crackheads. I don't care. You have command over 5 dudes. That's daddy energy alone. Okay, if you can convince
All right,
5 dudes to follow
oh my
you.
God, we're only on C. We're only on C. All right, okay. Right, okay. Next.
I also
We
didn't
need
think
to
this
be
would
a
be
full
such
game.
a. I didn't think this would be such an undertaking either, but apparently this is the level of
You're not gonna. I'm
analysis
not
we're
gonna not
going
do it
for.
properly. All right, you gotta analyze these. You've asked me to help with content. I'm making content. All right,
Oh no,
Crucible
no, there's
Knight.
content.
Kind of
Crucible
strong
Knight.
energy,
They have an amazingly strong energy. They're super
right?
tall.
Like the armor is cracked.
They can
Like that's good armor.
transmogrify into animals. Like they can summon a
True.
tail out of nowhere. Like I want to know what else they can do.
True. They just summon the tail out the front, and we're good. Um, yeah. Crucible Knight's
Yeah,
pretty strong daddy energy. That's like at least a B tier.
I'd give it at least a B tier. I still wouldn't put it above a bell bearing hunter. They fucked me over
Oh,
a
you and this
lot.
bell bearing hunter.
I
You've got like
like
so much. You're like I didn't mean to sell you on it this much.
you kind of did though. Like the fact that
Like,
you
it's because
have
I
to
said
go
you
out
have
of
to go
your
to its
way.
house, isn't it? You like there's a thing like I get it. All right.
You have to wait till
You moved across
nighttime.
an entire.
You,
You moved halfway across the world for your wife. All right. I get it. You like that's your thing. But like that doesn't mean bell bearing hunter can't be beaten.
he already has been beaten. Commander Niles right there.
Okay.
All I'm saying is that is a faceless Crucible Knight. Now, granted, that is a faceless bell-bearing hunter, but can you get to Crucible Knight any time of the day? Yes. If it's like
Okay,
2 o'clock in the afternoon, can that
Okay,
one's in an
all right,
Evergel, but also he is a normal enemy.
okay. But counterpoint, Crucible Knight isn't an Evergel. Evergal? Is it just jail?
Evergel.
Is Gowl not a separate word?
No, it's jail. We've been over this, and I
We
hate
have,
it.
and I don't think I agreed with it at the time either.
Old English is a
What was I
thing,
going to
and I
say?
still hate it.
Okay, if he's in the slammer, that by default makes him a bad boy.
True, but this
Right?
is not just that singular one for Crucible Knight. There's also the standalone Crucible Knight that is in the tree area with
Googling this word
your boy
Gowl.
Godwin, and also
Yeah.
there are 2 of them just as standard enemies and not in Nokron. So
Okay.
if we're giving it the same kind of treatment as Beastman and Farm Razula, this is a precedent you set. Technically, that is just a dude that exists as a normal enemy.
True.
For that
Okay,
alone,
fine.
I would not give him higher than mid B tier.
Okay. I think he's. Yeah, okay. I think
He
Crucible Knight
beats
can go with like Black Knife Assassin.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. I honestly, they fucked me more than Black Blade Kindred. But like the Black Knife Assassins are arguably cooler and more unique. So, I mean,
The
they
short
do
answer
study
to
the
that
old
is that
ways.
the word Gowl was originally pronounced with a hard G, as in goat.
That's originally though. How's it pronounced now?
I'm just being original. No one uses the word.
Talk to fucking George R. Martin, okay?
Oh, fuck. I hate
These
the
are these are
dictionary is telling me. All right.
these are
Fine.
dudes that have been
Fine. Fine.
imprisoned. It's literally a jail.
I know it's a jail. Okay. It's one of those words, right? I say this a lot, and this happens a lot, right? It's one of those words that I know, but I only know because I've read it in like fantasy books, right? And I've
Mm-hmm.
only read those books, so my brain has decided how it's pronounced, and I
Mm-hmm.
know without context. And now I just refuse to agree. Like when I was younger, I used to learn that words were pronounced differently, and be like, "Oh, I see." Now I'm like, "No, I refuse." It's just stuck in my ways. Anyway, crystallines are next.
Chris,
Crystallines,
they
that's
get an
F
F for
tier.
me. Yeah, I'm
That's
glad
an
we
F
agree
tier.
straight off the bat.
It's a straight F tier. If I can smash something and it breaks, that's not daddy. That's the
It's
biggest sub energy you get.
the fact that you can snap him in half with just a little bit too much force. Like you can't have a
Exactly.
daddy that is going at it
Done.
and falls in half. You can't.
Done. Be gone. Get in the F tier. They're done.
Uh,
We don't even need to.
Honestly,
They're
below
below Cemetery
Cemetery
Shade.
Shade.
At least he's a spooky ghost. What have they got going for them? They're like crystal boys. They're like damn, what was that race called in? There was a race in 4th edition that was like that. It was like a psionic race. They're pretty cool actually. Someone should port those to 5th. I'm sure someone has. Um, what's next?
Right. There are a
Decaying.
bunch of
Is
uh yes, the king that word. X yikes.
Xenonum. Eggs yikes. I can't quite read it off the thing. So yes, it's moldy dragon.
Ends keys. That yeah, this dude.
Ends keys. So
Dude outside
I
of the
read about
dragon
this bit.
communion in Caelid.
Yeah, I was reading about this guy. So this dragon just got hard nuked. Apparently, he was like at ground zero when Caelid got scarlet rotted. That's why he's got scarlet rot, because most dragons
And he's
are
still here.
mostly immune to it.
Well,
It's kind
at a
of
minimum,
strong.
then he has to be above
He can't be better
Borealis.
than.
He
I don't know.
survived.
Okay, but like, what's that thing called? Where like, hang on. I have to Google what it's called. What's the like the fetish where you want to get diseases? What's that called?
I surprisingly don't know.
It's got a name. It's like people that like try and get like people that try and get HIV and stuff like that. Um, look,
Um.
he's that kind of energy, right? Like, you're not in. I'm not in for that. He's got scarlet rot. I don't care. I'm just not in for it. He's got scarlet rot, right?
All
Like,
right. Where are you saying he should be? I'm saying he should be above the vanilla dragon because he's been through some shit. He's a
he's
little
been
bit
through some
gruffer.
shit, but he's come out the other end of it with scarlet rot. All right.
Okay.
That puts him
I-
down my daddy rankings. Okay. Like,
Okay. No. So here we put.
Don't
Here
get
we
me
go.
wrong. Don't get me wrong. I've had an STI. That's a week of antibiotics. A fucking week of antibiotics isn't going to cure the scarlet rot.
It's not. But hear me out. Where he is now, he is right next to a clean rot knight.
Okay.
That was not a
I didn't actually think about it with clean. Like, I didn't think about that with clean
exactly.
rot knights. This. Okay. Fine. Okay. Fine. Yeah, he's been through some shit. Okay. He's hard as nails. He also drops a really good breath weapon if you're doing like the dragon breath run, right? Because he does the
He doesn't drop it.
the cheesy.
No. Well,
is it not him that drops it?
no,
Well, not
he
drop
does.
it, but you know
No.
what I mean.
He unlocks
gives you
it,
access to it at the Church of Dragon Communion. Yeah.
Fun
He
fact:
drops
through
your heart to go buy it.
the entire, he does drop a heart to go buy it as well. But you get 5 from Grail, so like, why the fuck would you not just take the 5 you get? Well, from her children.
Oh no.
Hey, I used Bad Breath, the one you get for free without having to kill him, for most of that run that I just done.
Yeah.
And when I tried to upgrade to his version, it just cost way too much mana, like for the same effect. I was not getting the same rots I was, but it does more upfront damage. It's a weird kind of dichotomy there, and that is not that is nothing to do with what we're doing right now. That's actual like gameplay stuff.
True. Kind of counts.
All right. True.
Demi-human queens. Yas
Yep.
queen.
All right.
They are queens of the demi-humans.
They're about 20 feet tall.
kind of strong energy.
That is definitely strong energy. Not only do they rule, they are physically imposing.
True. There's some big demi-human queen mummy energy. They are called like Maggie, Mabel, and Mavis.
It's it's Maggie and Margit.
Isn't one just called Margit? Isn't that a different boss?
No, that's M-A-R-G-O-T. Okay, so it's M-A-R-G-O-T for this one.
Margit
You're thinking of
Margit
Margit.
Were both bosses.
No,
Margit.
so we.
Is it O-T, E-T, and A-T? And I-T?
So
Margit, Margot, Magat, my fucking pussy on my crack? Like what?
We've broken him. No, so it's Margit and Morgot for the two twins, but this is Margot. It's the in-between of both.
Alright. Counterpoint, they're big dogs. They
are big dogs.
To get higher than Beastmen of Farum Azula.
True, I would argue.
And Beastmen like a similar thing?
I'd argue
what is
yes.
The lore there?
That's a good point.
Are demi-humans like my first thought would be maybe demi-humans are like Beastmen plus human. Demi-human.
That would make sense.
Ring. Where do they come from?
That does make sense.
I've not got a super lot of information here on the wiki. Maybe there's some lore here. I've got a very reliable Reddit page here. They are humans that adapt to life underground like these creatures from Descent. Their name also might mean they're a hybrid between human and another creature, maybe a beastman of Farum. Oh, someone else suggested it.
But... It makes sense. It's also George R.R. Martin, so it probably is true. Here's the question then. How much more do you like demi-humans versus beastmen? Because one is definitely way more human, but the other is way more feral. Like, where are we getting with this?
Or daddy energy? I like beastmen much. No, I like demi-humans much more than beastmen. On the pure basis of I have never given a single shit about a beastman, and I would die for Bok. Alright? I would die for my boy. If I could have reloaded back, I cannot believe it. Oh, I'm still so sad he fucking died on my mage playthrough. I thought I was doing the right thing. Fuck you, FromSoft. I thought I was doing the right thing.
It's been like 3 months and you've still got PTSD.
Too. I wish I could have given him the rune that I could have given him Renata's rune. I didn't need it. I had 4 at the time. Right? He could have gone and got perfect rebirth, not turned into a fucking nugget. Oh, I was so sad. I was actually so sad. Do you remember I sent you that screenshot of me curled up on the floor next to him? I was like, it's so sad.
I'm so sorry you lost your boy.
We told him it was beautiful on my strength playthrough, and he was so happy. That made me so happy. Actually, I was so glad.
Aww.
I even had it in my inventory on the mage playthrough, which is actually sad. Oh well.
Anyway,
okay,
demi-human queens.
That's fine. I think.
You think it's fine?
Human queens. I think I'd put them higher than Bold's Carrion Knight.
I agree because he has nothing going for him.
He just has nothing going for him. Apparently, Battle Mage this boy is just still holding his spot here at the top of D tier. I don't really know why, but I don't really want to move him down now. He's just king of the trash. I don't know if he's actually better than demi-human queens though. I feel like maybe he should go below them because I don't really feel like he's got anything going for them over being like a 12-foot tall fucking beastman mummy. Like,
oh no, they're like 20 feet tall. These are not 12 feet tall.
No, they're pretty tall. Alright, I think they go above him. I think they're on new top of D tier. He can go in mid D. He can go back to the middle.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Like they definitely they rule and they are massive. I do love a giant woman.
Exactly.
Fuck, you're right. Captain Gavel goes down a spot.
Right.
Demi-human chiefs. Now, before we do anything else, these are the people that bullied Bok.
Alright, they go to the bottom of F tier. They've got no daddy energy at all. They have dog shit tier energy. And I don't want to even talk about them anymore. They bullied my boy. He bullied my darling boy. They took his sewing kit. Nothing is more of a turn off. That was his mum's sewing kit. Who's like... Was his mum one of the Debbie Human Queens? That's what you know what? People are talking about Shadow of the Erdtree being about Marika. I want it to be about Bok. Right? I want it to be about Bok's ascension to fucking Elden Taylor. Alright? That's what I want. I want my whole quest line to be about getting Bok more sewing equipment, and at the end, we get him a fucking sewing machine. Alright? Like that's it. That's what I want. Alright, I'll send that over.
Yeah, no, we'll get Miyazaki right on it.
Okay, I'll send him one now.
Fuck.
I think they get an F jet. Okay. They should.
No, I agree with you.
Probably go somewhere between like Bowls, Carrion Knight, and Beastman of Faramazula, maybe. But they can go bottom of F tier because fuck them.
Now, there's nothing more of a turnoff
Also,
than
the only time you fight them is like as pish bosses. I mean, it's the same is true for Beastman of Faramazula as well, right? But like,
they are also just like dudes that hang around in Castle Morn. Like they're just a normal low level enemy that just kicks about.
yeah, they get bottom of F tier. That is me being prejudiced because they bullied my boy, but I don't care. On to this big rock man.
Now, if someone's bullying your boy, that's a turn off. Like for being bullied yourself, I can see like arguments to go up the list in some scenarios, but bullying someone that you care about, no, that's a complete no.
Straight down, bottom of the tier. Divine Bridge Goliath. There's a Gollum. There's a lot of these kicking about. They're big rockmen. They're kind of strong. They're
automatons though. Like
yeah,
they're literally just they're automaton guards. They've got no free will.
That is in fact by definition pretty sub. I think they go bot with D tier though. I honestly think they've got more going for them than the Cemetery Shade. In that they're big, and they'll one shot you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, technically,
same kind of thing.
I mean, you could, in theory, you can program them, right? There's that dude near the Shaded Castle that's got one guarding him. Like, you could probably make one take care of you if you knew what to do. But that's speculation, and how the fuck are we going to do that? So, I'm fine with bottom of D. We're getting way too granular on some of these. For the absolutely no-name people, I'm happy with just a reason and then dumping it.
Yeah. Right.
Dragonkin Soldier of Noxtella. This is specifically the one without the rot.
So I got some lore for you here of what a Dragonkin Soldier is, because I just googled it.
Sure.
Alas, the Dragonkin soldiers never attained immortality and perished as decrepit, pale imitations of their skyborn kin. Now, that by default means they have to be at least a tier lower than the average dragon.
True. Which means they're going to be in D tier.
Which means they're going to be in D tier. I think D tier. This one can go like, I don't know. This man with gavel get stronger than. Nah, this guy's pretty big. I think this guy goes just below like Debbie Human Queen, and then the one with poor real estate value goes lower.
With poor real estate value. Hang on, let me find the rotted out one.
It would surely be called Dragonkin Soldier. Maybe it's only just one. Maybe we're gonna have to average them out, and they have to go below Bold's Carrion Knight.
True. Yeah, you know what? If we're taking the rot into account, they are big, but I mean they're kind of feral looking, and they're like decaying. Like apparently that takes some points off. I don't know why I don't know why I'm over here being like, well, no, like they could be a little decayed. It's fine. I don't know why that's the stance I'm taking. There's liking older partners, and then there's like they're ancient. Like I think I'm taking this a little bit too far, but like, I below the Bulls Carrion Knight with literally no personality is a dig at them, but one of them is falling apart. You gotta average it. Like
there's no shit to fight.
The one in the rot definitely sucked to fight.
The one in the rot is awful to fight. It kept getting rotted, so I couldn't even get it to hit it. Alright, I think it can stay there. I think maybe it could go above Bowls.
Yeah.
I don't care enough about this boss to argue it much more than that, though.
I still think think Captain Gavel takes it over it, though.
Yeah. Tree avatars. There's a lot of these.
There is a lot. They're big. They're chunky. They got a job. First of all, they actively guard these trees. They got a job.
Got a job. Job. We haven't considered that. A lot of these don't have a job. Is that a new one that we need to think of? Does Daddy need a job?
Daddy doesn't need a job, but like, it helps. Like that goes along with like the someone that can take care of you thing, right? Like, if Daddy is a penniless, homeless dude, he can still be Daddy, but like added points for someone that can like take care of you.
Okay, I don't think Erdtree Avatar's taking care of you. I think Erdtree Avatar's crushing you with that big stick.
Oh, okay. So crushing you with a big stick is also something that Daddy can do.
Okay, sorry, I didn't get the full. I didn't get the full brief. Erdtree Avatars are like, again, they're like kind of a D-tier thing. I wouldn't know if I'd give them any more than that.
I'd agree. Honestly, just from the picture, nay head. So, gotta take points off.
I've literally ended relationships for that, so yeah, sure.
All right. Here's the question though: is it better or worse than Battle Made Shoes?
Worse.
Worse than Battle Made Shoes? All right. Honestly, I'd put them either equal or slightly worse than the Soldiers of Noxtella. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it can go below. Some of them
That's
are kind
fair.
of hardcore, but they're not exactly hard bosses. Watchdog
it's
is
not
like an F tier thing.
I'd agree. It's not only a dog, but it's a robot dog. Like, it's got absolutely nothing going for it. They also move creepy, yeah. So they're programmed for a purpose, and they're just creepy. Like, I would say
one of them has some like gargoyle simps, but that's about it.
I'd have to put them below Crystallians. Above Crystallians?
Crystallians come in like Crystallians need 3 of them to even challenge you.
True.
Because you can't cleave very well. Erdtree Bearer Watchdog will fuck you up on its own, and one of them will fuck you up with its little gargoyle simps. That fight sucks at low levels.
All right. I'm willing. I'm willing to put it in. Are you arguing higher than Cemetery Shade, or is it fine there?
No, I think that's fine. They move creepy. Right. At least Cemetery Shade kind of edgy.
Esgar Priest of Blood.
Priest of Blood. Which one is he? He's the one that attacks you where?
I think this is the guy with the Blood Exaltation Talisman.
Yeah. Oh, he's this guy? He's in the catacombs?
He's in the catacombs in the sewers, right?
Yeah.
Yep, Lord of Blood's Exaltation.
So I think
first, I mean,
he's basically, he looks very similar to Battle Mage, except he's kind of more hardcore.
Let's get a closer picture on this. Let's fucking zoom in and expect.
Zoom enhance.
All right, yeah. So he is more hardcore than Battle Mage. So we're gonna start off here and we're gonna build from this. So yeah. Now I can't remember. Does he spawn with? He does spawn with 2 dogs. I'm gonna argue.
I've just said the only thing he's got here is aided by his 2 ferocious dogs. This priest is capable of the deadliest hemorrhage-inducing attacks.
So not only will he, nah, that's a weird place to go down. I'm gonna scrap that.
That's a weird play. I know this is going straight away, but like I'm like,
Nah, I'm gonna scrap that immediately. Dude likes dogs. Honestly, that's points from me. He lives in a shithole. Like literally, he lives under a sewer.
Queen is literally a dog.
Okay, so I think he goes above a dog.
Okay.
He gets along with dogs.
But I don't think he's got anything that cool. Like maybe if this was not an Elden Ring tier list, like he would be somewhere else. But like he's competing against literal dragons and like spirits and things. Like he's not winning. He's just a dude in a hat.
I like that there's dragons and spirits and things, and fucking top so far is dude in a snowy castle with his boys.
Yeah, he kind of thick though.
He kind of thick. He definitely got the daddy energy going on.
All right.
Falling Star Beast.
I'm happy with that for now. All right, Falling Star Beast has got pretty strong energy because everyone that you fight will fuck you up something fierce no matter when you meet it. You fight the one at the top of the pillar, fucks you up. You fight the one in the cave, fucks you up.
So
These are like one of the bosses that just punch way above like their position in the game, I feel.
On that point, this is specifically the one with the bell bearing in the cave. The one on top of the mountain is actually over here. That is a separate boss.
Okay. The one with the bell bearing in the cave destroyed my ass more times than anything. Honestly, you remember I got stuck in that cave and I didn't realize you could just run back out and I was just slamming my
Oh,
face into
that
this
is
falling
true.
star base for like an hour. You
Okay, so
can
that
leave, by the way. You can't just walk out that cave. But
well, you can't.
as we
But
know,
yes,
I can't. No. I decided I wasn't going to. Um, they're quite cool. They've got gravity magic as well.
they do. They
It's kind of
definitely
cool.
take control of the situation. And
They evolve into big fucking gribbly things.
so
I don't know
they
how they I don't know how they digivolve, but they fucking do.
so that's only speculated that they evolve into the Astels. It's almost
It's only speculated.
guaranteed, but it is speculative.
Right, because that is like like if you put those things next to each other, right? That is a digivolution if ever I've seen one.
It is, especially when you go from
Right.
this falling star beast to this
To
falling
like
star
that
beast
one,
to
then to
the
like
like
Astals, which is down the bottom right. Like that is
yeah.
a digivolution, right? Like
Honestly,
that.
I'm gonna break the trend here, and I'm gonna get the entire fucking Digivolution line. And
Get all the evolutions in a digivolution. Are they called digivolutions line? What's the line called? I haven't played a Digimon game in a long time.
it
All
is
right, anyway.
Digivolutions.
So full grown falling star beast, Astal and Astal again. I always mix up these two. I can't even remember which one. Really remember which one's which.
So one is
I
from the
know
Rani fight, and one is from the Consecrated Snowfields.
the Rani. Is it?
Yes.
Wait, what? What Rani? Oh, as in she summons it.
No, when you before you get
Oh,
into the room.
Oh, she sends you to kill it. She sends you to kill it, and that's when you then kill it, and you go through, and then she proposes to you, and you get a sword.
Yeah. Well, she proposes to you,
Yeah.
and then you go get the sword. You don't get the sword in that point. But yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We'll take
That's
it from
not right.
rookie up to ultimate then. Falling Star Beast, like the base one. It's basically a horse with more teeth and a tail.
That's true. I think it goes about like, it goes above Erdtree Avatar because it's got more going for it
Above
than
Erdtree Avatar. All right.
It's got more going for it than Erdtree Avatar does.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
All right.
Then
The one with the
Star Beast goes above Dragon Soldier but below Gavelman.
okay. And then when it becomes humanoid and actually has like
Right, at this point, it is now sentient enough to tell you what
okay.
to do.
So the fact that it's not sentient makes it better than like the sentient decaying person.
Those are very barely sentient. They can't
Okay.
walk up and go roar and then try and smack you. Right, that's not super sentient.
Beastman of Farah Missoula, also sentient.
That's very barely sentient. They also kind of rock up and go. Honestly, a lot of things in this game rock up and go rah and try and smack you. Like it's not an individual thing. Very rarely the bosses
I'm just teasing.
say, "I'm gonna fuck you up, mate." In fact, there are very few bosses that actually speak to you that aren't like the story bosses. Even shit like Nile and O'Neill don't speak, do they? I don't think.
I think
any
Commander Nile might say something.
maybe. I'm trying to think of many bosses that actually speak that aren't like a very limited number of bosses.
There's not a
I know
lot.
that's a stupid sentence. Like
I think Tanith speaks when she invades you.
Yeah.
But she's just an NPC in the actual game with voice lines, so
yeah, like a few. Just looking at this list here, any ones that I can think of that speak are all of the ones that have like drop remembrances. Obviously, they all speak. Yeah, it's pretty much only ones with remembrances actually that even say anything that have any voice acting. Yeah, any of the rest of them that do. Interesting. It's not super relevant. I'm not sure if it is super relevant.
It's not.
Relevant.
It's not. So the
I think I think upgrading to some form of sentience gets you into C tier.
Okay, so
They are
the
pretty
the, the,
cool.
the ballpark for the sentient, the
Okay, the
ballpark for
ballpark of
CTR
C2
is
is more
sentient.
daddy than a clean rock knight. It's like I feel like they're cooler than a clean rock knight.
You think that's cooler than the Clean Art Knight? Oh, I mean, it is huge, very handsy, can duplicate itself. Like,
Has a
I'm
big
not,
whippy
I'm not
tail.
disagreeing with you.
The,
I'm
the
not
big
disagreeing
whippy
with
tail
you.
also is a giant anal beak tail.
Ooh,
Take from
that is
that
a.
what you will,
Honestly,
but
I would put him above Darren
that
at this
thing
point.
that thing will rip start you if you don't look fucking do what you're told.
You
All
say
right.
it's got that
So
beaded tail. You also have to consider size. Those are boulders, or at least
yeah,
fairly
okay,
large rocks.
true. Okay,
But
I think they both go at the top of C tier. I don't think they make it into like B tier because they still don't. They're kind of aliens. When they are
aliens are not a
aliens.
disqualifying feature. I'm gonna put that out there. I
Okay.
wouldn't.
Okay, that's true. There are a lot of okay. It can go bottom and B tier if you like. This next one is this the upgrade? Is this
Mm,
the final Digivolution?
so I think the final one is the one in the.
This is Natural Born of the Void, right? I think that's the big one.
Yeah, I think the final one is the Astral Stars of Darkness, which is this one.
Okay. Then I think they go top of B tier, bottom of C tier. I think that's my statement. That's my final line, with no good justification other than what I've said already. It's Shuriken, by the way, this dragon. Is that is the word for Dragon Rider? So that's where my brain's picked up that word from. Shuriken or Shuri. It's not spelled like Shuriken. Like I still can't beat Sekiro Shuriken, right? But like it's spelled slightly differently.
Sword Saint yet?
No, I haven't. No, like because I only play Sword Saint when you're watching, right? Like I don't, and that means that I like do it every now and then for like half an hour, and then I lose all my prog because I've forgotten what I had to do the boss, and then he jams a spear up my ass. Like I've got to phase 3 quite a few times, but like I need you to sit down and like sit down for a few hours and just do it. But I just haven't done it.
Sword Saint,
Okay, all
I
right,
would give
all right,
S tier.
all right. Yeah, like Sword Saint fucking claws his way out of his grandson's fucking mortal body. Like,
That dude, peak Ishin Ashina,
rocks up and just claps you.
he is domineering. He knows what he wants, and he will take Ashina back to its former glory. And also, you could grate cheese on his abs.
That is true. Hesitation is also death. All right.
All right.
Beltons, pretty bad, pretty low tier. There is 2 of them.
I would say so. I will say this first: the fact that there is 2 of them to take up 1 boss slot, I would say that takes away from them. The fact that you can't be a boss on
I
your
agree.
own.
They are just also like foreshadowing. Like they exist to be foreshadowing and very little else. They are a fight that confused me a lot when it first happened. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because you just kind of go up a tower and then you have a fucking hallucination, and
you don't even go up the tower.
and then
it's on your way to the tower.
On your way to the tower, you got the lift, though, right?
No.
Is it not up the big lift?
So the lift down to the shaded area is next to them. So you go, you do go up like the fancy lift out of the capital, but the big lift that goes down is next to them.
Fancy lift is the one I was thinking of. Yeah, the fancy lift is the one I was thinking of, though.
So yeah, you do go up a lift.
It gives them like D tier. They're omens, so they literally got banished to the sewers. Pretty bad real estate value.
They're also covered in horns, but they're not horny in a good way.
Not like in a fun way.
Yeah. They've got bear energy, but not like great energy. They look like they would be smelly.
True. I think get like somewhere low D tier. D tier's filling up rapidly. Apparently, maybe we're being too harsh.
I don't think we're being too harsh. I think a lot of these things lack sentience. So for your Falling Star Beast, do you think these are above or below them?
Below Falling Star Beast. 2 of them take up 1 boss spot. At least Falling Star Beast does it on its own.
That is true. Like even the smallest and youngest of the Falling Star Beasts stands on its own. That is something.
Exactly. We have found the other Dragonkin soldier. I think the first one was the one that was in Caelid. I don't really know. I think probably both go next to each other.
Yeah,
Um,
someone else can figure out where the fuck what the difference is between these two. These just exist next to each other. Fuck it.
Nostella is where's Nostella?
Noxtella is the area with all the ants.
Yeah, yeah.
It's where the
Eh,
original quest for Mimic Tier was planned, but it was cut from the game.
hmm, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of meh. I didn't go there. Somewhere in mid D tier. Better than a
All right.
literally non-sentient falling star beast.
So
Um,
finally, some
all
good
right,
fucking eating.
finally some decent fucking food.
Placidus
Yeah,
X.
I mean, Dragon Lord Placidus X. That is, we've got an S tier for a reason.
You think S tier for
But,
Placidus X?
but I feel like Placidus X in his prime was S tier.
He was the first. He was the previous Elden Lord.
Yeah, I think prime Placidus X would have been S tier. This is like Placidus X, but he's really let himself go. Right, like he is kind
He
of a big
he is
fat lump.
missing a head or two.
He's also quite a chunky lump, and not in like a thick way. In kind of a like we need to seek medical attention for your
For your
weight kind of
problem.
way.
Okay, yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna say that's not disqualifying, but I kind of see it. He is very spherical,
he's
and
very
there's
like he's
definitely
very he gives me big like strong man in his youth, let himself go kind of vibes. You know that like very
okay.
circular like that very circular kind of thing. I think it doesn't stop him from being I think like A tier.
I would agree
I
A
don't
tier.
think it makes him.
I don't think it
It's
takes down
top.
Nile.
No, I don't think so. Niall's still in good enough. I mean, don't get me wrong, Blizzard is still in good enough shape to fucking teleport about across the battlefield. But at the same time, yeah, 8 is fine. 8 is fine.
If we were talking combat prowess, he would fuck over Nile in an instant.
Yeah,
But that is not
yeah,
what this is.
that is not what this is. Because otherwise, you just basically end up with it scaling from the beginning to the end of the game bosses, pretty much. Bar a few small changes.
Placidus Axe, I would
So
say
this is 8
just below Nile. Yeah, definitely A tier.
Alright. Elden Beast. This is a boss that, despite being like the last boss, I feel like this boss already punches below its weight in like how hard the boss is for where it is in the game. I know you had trouble with it on obviously your no B button.
Yeah, I had a lot of
But
trouble
like
with
in
this,
general,
so
the boss
I've got
the
some
boss isn't that
bad things to
hard.
say about it. It is not hard.
Like in general, the boss isn't even that hard. Like I fucking killed it in like 3 goes on my mage playthrough. That was super. I mean, I was cheesing it by then, right? This doesn't really count. But even like my sword playthrough, like it's kind of okay. Um, the problem is right with Elden Beast. I don't fucking know what it is. That's the bit that
Neither.
even in the game, when I
Mm,
played through both times, it kind of irked me. And I know it's because like you weren't there for the first time with the lore, but you kind of like you get this whole setup for like Marika is Radagon. You get the whole reveal, and you do Radagon. The Radagon fight's not very hard. Like you kind of phase it quite pretty. You get like kind of get it down unless you mess it up, and then you just fucking teleported to this weird spooky Elden Beast.
I think it's the
Is there lore that I
embodiment of the
missed?
greater will.
Okay. Is there lore that I missed on that front though to actually know that? To like, because like it was a fucking cool fight. Don't get me wrong, it looks fucking sick. Right,
I
it's a
think
cool looking fight.
if you read its weapon and the actual remembrance it gives you, I think you get like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a vassal beast of the greater will and the living incarnation of the concept of order. It is literally just
Okay.
a
That's pretty cool.
representation
Okay,
or a
okay, that is cool. But I
you
feel
know.
like I got none of that lore.
I mean, you get it after you kill it, and by that point, you'd been like, "Yeah, I'm done."
Yeah. Like I just Elden Beast kind of exists. I think Elden Beast is like a B tier, maybe a C tier.
B tier, I would argue it joins either. I would argue it joins D tier or at best low C because you can't fuck a concept.
I'll fucking try. Um, I think
Apparently, you will
I
if you
think
think it's B tier.
I think C tier then. I think C tier is fine. I was
We're in
mainly
C
kind of
tier.
pumping it up just because of it being like the last boss of the game, which gives it kind of bonus energy.
But it shares
I
that
think
point
C
with
tier.
Radagon, and Radagon is literally rock solid.
True. I think I think it's about Sheeta somewhere.
Okay,
Maybe above the dragons.
above the dragon. It is dragon-ish. It is it is dragon-ish in shape. It looks like it would be like jellified.
Okay, don't bring that whole thing up because I've got a slime girl thing, and that's not cool.
I mean, you already wanted to put it in B tier. I've already talked you down to mid C. Like, I'm happy leaving it where it is. Like, we can take that as not a positive or a negative. I just think it would be either. I just don't like it. It's weird. The idea of like it's got that whole religious aspect to it, and the idea of like including that in with everything else. I think it is good mid C. I Yeah, it's got some weird connotations for me. I'm not a fan of it, and also fuck this boss. I hate it.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, yeah, you can go like kind of C tier, mid C tier. Um, Elmer of the Briar is next, and we've got Bellbearing Hunter here at the top of B tier. Does that mean Elmer of the Briar has to just go slightly above Bellbearing Hunter?
Honestly, it depends on how you look at it. I think he goes with Bellbearing Hunter. I would say he goes below Bellbearing Hunter. I've talked myself out of it.
I'm
He
down.
may own a
I'm
castle.
down. I'm down for below Bellbearing Hunter.
He may own a castle, but Bellbearing Hunter, you
Owns
have
your
to.
ass.
Yeah, like the fact that you have to make it nighttime. Honestly, when we get to Knight's Cavalry, I think I'm going to argue hard for that as well.
Okay, all right, we'll get there.
We'll get
Fears
there.
champions.
Lionel comes in with this mess, so he
Okay,
is
but
there.
they are directly Fears champions. That does give
Uh,
Fear Big Mummy energy,
yes, but Fiat isn't included, so this is the Simp
but it
Squad.
doesn't. This is the Simp Squad.
It's
By
fucking
definition of being in the
Sorcerer
Simp Squad, that's
Roger.
pretty bad.
Sorcerer Roger's in there, but Lionel's also in there. But it's just five dudes that really want to protect Fia. If Fell Twins splitting it two ways gets points off for sharing a boss slot, splitting it five ways to specifically protect Fia and simp for Fia.
All right, they go D tier.
Yeah.
This D tier is filling again. Um,
D tier is filling up, but honestly, no one's really like. Apparently, all of the daddy energies in the second half of this list.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think they get D tier. I think they get D tier. Maybe above the Dragonkin soldiers, but maybe below full-grown Falling Star Beast.
Honestly, I kind of feel it. Like Lionel is holding up that group. Like he is the only
Lionel's
saving grace
carrying.
here.
Yeah, Lionel's carrying that.
Yeah, like three nameless dudes and Roger, like nothing. But Lionel's kind of like if it was just Lionel, easy C tier at least. But as a group, averaging
Yeah,
that out fucking kills it, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah. I'm with that. I'm with that. Yeah. Fire Giant.
Fire
Fire
giant.
Giant. Fire Giant. Well, the Fire Giant is pretty big.
He's
Fire
pretty
Giant.
big.
Fire Giant rips off his own fucking leg, offers it to something, to the flame.
To the flame of the Foul God, I assume, or like,
That's
does that mean he's
hardcore.
unstable or dedicated? Like, where do we take that?
Hmm.
Honestly, unstable isn't a disqualifying factor for a daddy. Like,
He has got a big fucking saucepan that will crush you to death. I don't know what that. I don't know what that adds to, but he's got a big saucepan that will crush you to death. Um, he is the last fire giant.
he
Kind of cool.
is. Um, Weird fact as well. All the leading up to them, all those burned out fire giant like husks, they're all missing their hands. I think that's where the wandering hands come from in the Caria Manor.
That's cool.
I think that might be related. I'm not sure, but they are all those statues are missing their hands. Unrelated.
Interesting suggestion.
I spent a lot of time walking past them this week, so
same.
You know,
I think Fire Giant is like a B tier. I think he even gets into A tier.
I don't think he gets into A tier. I genuinely think he doesn't get into A tier. I don't think he makes it past the first half of B tier. I think he's getting in on size alone, and like maybe like he's got those braids. Like, Nah, I think he sits mid B tier at best.
He does have gout.
He does have gout. We'll take a point away for the diseased nature. I know that's a sticking point for you. I think I'd put him below Blackblade Kindred. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Very strong feelings about his energy, actually.
I don't either.
I'm trying to separate my he's like a really important story boss or progression boss from like anything else. Yeah, I think it's about fine. Yeah, it's a pretty good point. He's another boss who just shouts at you. He doesn't even have voice acting. He just goes rah.
I love that. It's like, yeah, we've got no strong feelings of him whatsoever. He's in 8th place out of like 40, but we have no strong feelings.
Yeah,
it's
but
such a weird dichotomy.
Feelings either. Like there's like negative, like I do clearly have feelings about where he should go, but like I think he's fine. He is fine.
He can't
spend another 3 hours doing this, so
we cannot. All right, Vanilla Dragon, Agil.
Vanilla Dragon goes at dragons go in C tier. He goes at the bottom of C tier. We've established dragons go in C tier unless they are particularly bad. I think Flying Dragon Agil. I've never understood why he's called Flying Dragon Agil. I thought by definition dragons
he flies in.
Are there any dragons that don't fly? Yes, Greydol, I guess.
Greydol
has wings.
Greydol has wings, but is incredibly disabled. So,
Greydol not on this list.
Greydol's not a boss. No boss health bar. No nothing.
I guess not. It's just four-sided Greydol. Godric the Grafted.
Many hands. Very tall. Very wide.
Big inferiority complex.
But if you take phase...
That really undermines his energy.
It does. But if you take phase 2 into account, he is like 10% dragon. 15% dragon, you know?
So he's 10% C tier.
Is that an argument for bottom of C tier? Like, are we just including him as the shittiest dragon we have?
I don't think he goes in D tier. I'd feel bad putting him in D tier.
Honestly,
he has voice acting.
He does have voice acting. The ability to speak definitely goes towards sentience, and as we know, sentience is usually around C tier.
He is a good boss. Like, he has cool lines. He does cool shit. The first time I saw him cut his hand off and stick a dragon head on it, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Counterpoint, he is a shit leader. Gostock hates him with a passion. Leader.
He's a shit everything. Honestly, he's a shit descendant. He's a shit remembrance boss. He's a shit leader. He's a shit surgeon. He's put those hands on backwards. Yeah, he can go in bottom of C tier. He's got weak energy.
He does have weak energy. Weird facts, though. I think it was Commander Nile, the one with the prosthetic foot. He lost that foot during or rather, he offered that foot up to be grafted due to, I believe it was when they were taking Melania back to the Halig Tree or towards Caelid. It was around that time. It's theorized that that's how he lost his leg, because a similar leg is on Godric.
That's interesting.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think you can go there.
Off-brand Godric.
Godfroy.
Godfroy the Grafted.
Like, who is Godfroy the Grafted?
Canonically, I don't think there's a reason for that. I think they just reused the boss. I kind of want to put him. Hear me out.
Do you just rub it in Godric's face and put it above him?
Okay, that's what I was gonna say, because
Knock off you is better than you.
I would say yes,
Nah.
because if it is literally just the body of Godric, if you take away the whininess, because he only comes in phase 2 form for this. So if you take away the shit to your people, the whininess, all of that, if you take away all of that and just condense just phase 2 Godric, I think Godfrey is daddier
He doesn't
than
have a job.
well, he's also in jail though, and people in prison are apparently very attractive to some people. So, like,
All right. I like the fact that it also rubs it in Godric's face.
yeah, no,
So
fuck
yeah,
Godric.
I can go there. I think that's good.
Glintstone Dragon
Glintstone Dragon
Smaragd.
Smaug.
Smaug.
All right. He has a bonus point for basically being called Smaug,
Mm-hmm.
and Smaug is daddy as fuck, especially with Benedict Cumberbatch voicing Smaug in the
Fair.
films. Lots of the things about
That's
those
fair.
films weren't necessarily perfect. Benedict Cumberbatch voicing Smaug, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
So he has to be at minimum C tier because that's where the dragons go.
He is a dragon. Dragons go there at minimum, unless they're really bad.
He's also one of the few dragons you will see in your playthrough, most likely. Up
You'll
with
see him as you
Borealis.
jump behind him, nick his key, and run away.
True. He's a sleepy boy. Okay, he is a sleepy boy.
Okay, he's pretty hard for where you fight him. Like for where he appears in the game, he's pretty hard. He's a lot harder than Agil.
True. Okay, so that's a starting point.
He goes above Agil. I think he goes above the other two dragons. I don't think he's kind of cool.
I agree. I do like the fact that he breathes magic. That alone is a neat feature.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He has a key. I don't know what.
You could argue he has a job. Like he guards that key.
His job is to stand on that key. I don't think that's the case. I think someone just died there. But,
I think someone did die there, yeah. So he kills.
Just died there. He
kills
magic.
librarians.
Breathing magic is pretty cool. Apparently, breathing magic and being a dragon is enough to put you just below the literal embodiment of the entire religion of the lands between, and that's fine. I think that's fine.
The entire current religion of the lands between,
which also, by the way, apparently comes below lanky boys.
Listen, those Tumblr sexy men have got their own kind of thing going on, okay? Lanky dudes with problems.
There needs to be rearrangement here, but also fine. It can stay there. I think he goes there. I think he's got decent dragon energy. I think he's got any major energy from there.
As of 3 minutes ago, we hit the second hour of this. I don't think we rearrange anything outside of maybe minor tweaks.
We need to keep going. Because we also need to get to our first actual real. This is an S tier.
This is an S tier. I will not argue a single point.
Godfrey the first Elden Lord is
/ Horrorloo.
Yeah, no. I'm saying, right. I think Godfrey the first Elden Lord probably makes it into S tier before he goes Horrorloo.
Yeah, I agree.
Without phase 2, like he's got a stand. All right.
He has a stand. He is like 15 feet tall. He's got that fucking hair.
He is 2/3 of a JoJo's character. Like
he can literally create earthquakes with a step.
Yeah, he's Esther. There is no argument. This is one of the two bosses that started this whole joke discussion in the first place that got us here.
Yep.
This is an S tier boss. This was my first guess. This is S tier. This is S tier daddy energy. He's the literal daddy of several of the other things on this list.
I wasn't even thinking about that. He is literally the daddy of several other things on this list. That alone should get him S tier. But fuck, there's just so many other things.
He was so hardcore, he got banished. When did he get banished again? What did he do?
I don't even think he got banished. I think he went on a quest. He was following his own grace and then came back.
Yeah.
His grace led him back to Morgoth, where he meets you.
Takes our shit in.
He was in the Forbidden Lands or whatever, where the hero class comes from. Also, might be the actual dad of Nepheli Lu, as we talked about forever ago.
Yeah, that's cool lore. That's S tier. If there was a list that exists, this is where it says S tier, because it is.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah. Mr.
From great
Elastic.
to kinda meh. Mr. Elastic, tall, pale, bendy, has killed
Mm-hmm.
dozens. War crimes,
Yep.
maybe sexy. I don't know.
Wears the
Can
skin
summon.
of a god.
That's true. He will give you eye contact of several people while you're doing it.
That is true. Um, I don't think that. I feel like they have the kind of daddy energy that I don't really want to admit because like I don't really like them. I like they're daddy in the same way that like I'm sure people would consider that, but at the same time, I'm not into it.
You're allowed to not be into it. When you
I think I
said
would put them in.
when you put Falling Star Beast where it was, I wasn't into it, but I heard you out.
I think I think I'd put them. I put them in like that area of C tier at the bottom of C tier with like Godric.
I kind of agree. He definitely belongs somewhere in the lanky boy zone, but I think the dragons just bring a little bit more in.
Yeah, I think the Epic Blow Dragons. I think Godskin Duo actually goes below by our pure basis of two bosses in the same slot. That boss slaps though, so maybe not. Um,
Um, I don't know. Like, I would say Godskin Noble on sheer girth alone is better
oh
than Godskin
shit,
Apostle.
yeah,
On
yeah.
sheer
No,
girth.
Godskin Noble goes above all the dragons but Smaug.
Okay, no, I agree with that. Can we even this out to
Right?
be like mid dragons then for
And that
both
can
of
go
them?
there. Yeah, that's I like that. I like that kind of little distribution there. That's
Yeah,
good.
we
That's good.
finally broke up the dragon section.
A lanky elastic man, dragon, chunky boy and friend, dragon, just chunky boy.
Just
Yeah,
chunky boy.
that's fine. He's gonna roll you over. You get fucked. He's head over heels for you. Grafted Scion.
He is a sphere.
He's a sphere. Grafted
Uh,
Scion.
that's the tutorial boss, right?
Yeah, you can fight several of them, right? Grafted
True.
Scion is the tutorial boss. It is designed to kill you. Not
Basically, yes.
necessarily, obviously, if you're good. Um, it's a lot of legs.
A lot of
It's
legs.
like Godric
If
without
you
voice acting.
that is true. We
It's
cannot
got
rate this
shields.
higher than Godric.
It is a knockoff. It's off-brand Godric. I think it
It is
goes like
literally Soldiers of
way.
Godric.
All right, it goes like down by like Erdtree Avatar. It's like that end of D tier. Nah, it doesn't go above
Where
my
the
Falling
fuck?
Star.
No,
At least.
I,
Maybe that's
I
my
I
Falling
was trying
Star.
to find where we'd put because like when we first did it, falling the Erdtree Avatar was like over here. We have just been like
Okay,
pushing
Erdtree
this
Avatar is
motherfucker back.
down. Yeah, I think Erdtree Avatar might even get pushed down again. I think Grafted Scion, you lost it, it goes down there.
Yeah.
I think it's like there. It's fine. It can go
No,
there.
I'm
Good.
cool with that.
It's
I
another semi four-legged, multiple-legged creature that's a bit weird.
yeah.
Doesn't have any sentience. Hasn't got any
Uh,
strong energy.
Grave Warden
Grave
Duelist. I
Warden
barely
Duelist.
understand who that is.
Yeah, it's like a guy with is it a guy with two fists? He kind of looks a bit like a he kind of looks a bit like an old Ogre Kingdoms model that I can think of from Warhammer Fantasy.
I also somehow lost my
Doesn't necessarily
phone.
give him any points.
It
I
doesn't.
mean, barely
But
even know who this guy is. And therefore he
oh, it's
goes
under
with
my
the
hot
other.
dog.
He goes with the other. I barely know who this guy is, and goes just below Gavelman. Because
Under
that's
Gavelman.
he's just below Gavelman above everyone else because just in that brief picture, he looks kind of daddy. He's kind of big and strong and muscly. I don't know who he is. He's probably got no voice acting.
Hang on, let me
Good.
pull him up. Oh yeah. This is the dude with the two hammers. Actually, I will interject here. This is the shirtless dude with two hammers.
All right, he can go above Gavelman.
I'm gonna argue that he belongs at least in C tier. Dude is ripped. Dude is 9 feet tall.
Okay, you've consulted the primary sources. The secondary sources, he can go in C tier.
I would argue for C tier. I kind of want to shit on Godric a little bit more. Honestly, I'd pump him just above Godfrey here. Like, he's not the worst of C tier.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dude
Yeah,
is
fine.
chiseled.
Okay.
He also might be a
he gets
zombie,
strong,
but like Again, we've established that's
Oh,
not
I'm a negative.
a problem for me, I guess. So,
I guess not.
um, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Kindred of
nice. What
Rot.
is that?
How do you feel about centipedes?
All right, this can we make a fuck this shit tier? It can go down there with my demi-human chiefs. No, don't actually make a new tier. It can go down there with the demi-human chiefs. I fucking hate. I fucking hate this boss. Wait, is this even a boss? When do you
It
fight this as
is.
a
There
boss?
there is one of them in Caelid you can fight as a boss.
All right, I can go down there. Hate this thing. I hate it. I hate their stupid thing. Can we put demi-human chief in here, please, as well?
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck this. Not in a good way.
not a
Not in a
god way.
god. Not in
Not
a
a
well. Not in a
godfrey way.
god way.
Not a
Yeah.
godfrey.
So your demi-human
Demi-human
chiefs
chief
go
can
down
get on
here.
there. Also, our list now goes S A B C D F.
Yeah, and then fuck this.
No, it's A B C D E F. We're not gonna eat it. We just
Oh,
F
okay, I
those
see.
A B C D F.
Well,
F
it
is
went
fine.
DF before, but we'll add an E in, and then fuck this is just the F tier.
Yeah, I mean, we get a little more granular. That means you can kind of move this D around. And it's fine. Um, I hate those two bosses. I hate the centipedes. I hate them. I hate
Yeah,
every time I think I've walked away from them, they fire their fucking heat-seeking spines at me, and I fall over.
good spell though.
I hate them. I hate them. I want their spell. I fucking hate them. Also, I accidentally stamped on one by accident by jumping off torrent once and killed man in shed.
Man in Shed. What the fuck was his name?
Um, Lania quest guy.
Millennia
Uh,
Quest guy. Yeah, fuck it. That's as much name as he gets for being
I can't believe I
a
jumped
stringy
off
boy.
torrent onto his head and Goomba stomped him and he fell over and died and he turned out to be a centipede. That was a good way of finding out.
It is a good way of finding out.
It was. Goomba stomped more things.
Not really, because
Yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
did
I could
that
go
too
there.
early, you'd fill the quest line. So you know.
Yeah, that sucked.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, you can fuck
Leonin
off.
Mist Forgotten. This is the one from the one that's got the
Castle
grafted
Morn.
sword. Castle
It's
Morn.
a cool sword. It gets good energy because I fucking loved that sword and used that sword for most of my playthrough
True.
on Colossals. That was cool. It
He's
is
a
dog with
beastman.
sword.
It's a
He's
dog with a
beastman.
sword.
He's
But
better
it's a
than
lanky
Beastman
dog
of
with a
Faramir,
sword.
yeah, he's better than I'm just looking up this Dita and making most of my way up Dita, and he goes just below demi-human queens.
I agree. You know what? It's a big beastly something. Not quite as big, but definitely more like menacing than the queens. I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm in for that. Makes us Lich Dragon Fortis Axe. Lich Dragon Fortis Axe is pretty cool.
I immediately it's at least above Elden Beast. At least.
Yeah, I would. Dragons don't have to go in seated; they can go higher. I would put
I know
Lich
they
Dragon
can.
Fortis Axe in like at least beta. It's
Honestly,
pretty cool.
I'm gonna go actually a little bit harder. It's at least higher than the Astel because it's assumedly
Yeah,
sentient.
no.
It's got like
It's a pretty hard to access boss as well, right? Is it? You only get it if you're doing Fear's thing, right? He's the one
you
you
have to.
fight.
You don't have
He's
to.
only
You know,
fighting
you
the-
have to do Fia's questline. Yeah.
Yeah, because she fucks Godwin.
No, she
Produces
sleeps
Lich
with
Dragon Fortis
Godwin.
Axe.
There's a difference.
Sorry.
And it's not
Um,
produces. The dragon protects Godwin. They don't
right,
produce
sorry.
that. That's an existent dragon from before that Godwin
Okay.
saved. The lore doesn't matter
Um,
here.
All right, I think Lich Dragon Force. I feel like there's a reasonable point for this thing going on a lot higher up beta.
Yeah.
And look at what's
No.
next to it.
Okay.
Fire
Yeah. It's
Giant,
definitely above
Heavily
here.
Kindred,
Definitely above
Bruce
here.
Knight, Black Knife Assassin.
Fuck.
Like
Is it
come on.
really? Is it really in sixth place?
You and your bell-bearing hunter. He's
You-
cool. He's a big, cool dragon. He does big lightning shit. That's cool.
He's got one less head than our orb, though.
Yeah, but okay, he's in one less tier than the orb.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, he can go there. Yeah, that's fine there. That's good. That's a good position. I'm down with that. Lion Guardian. It's a lion.
It is a lion. It is a big
ripped
lion. It is a big ripped lion.
Big ripped lion. Pretty strong daddy energy. That's a B tier from me.
It's a B tier. Okay, yeah, no. How high in B tier are we going with this?
It's a bottom of B tier.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I was jokingly like
Non-sentient
slowly
creature.
moving it up here.
Non-sentient creature, but it is also a big ripped lion. And they drop Lion's Claw, which is cracked Ash of War. So they get bonus half a point, and then they're a lion. So they go up there. Lions have strong daddy energy.
Yep. We'll revisit that in a minute, but yeah.
Yep. Loretta Knight of the Haligtree.
Immediately, that's the one in the Haligtree. That's not the ghost version.
Haligtree? She has a horse.
Yeah. On a horse, shoots blue magic.
She's pretty cool. Fight her twice. She's cool the second time.
Yeah,
she is lore is, but she's cool.
She is a boss lady.
She is pretty cool. I think she also gets B tier. She has to be above a literal lion.
I agree.
She has to. I think she's quite far up B tier.
I think she's more daddy than O'Neill.
Yeah, I think she's more daddy than Fire Giant, honestly.
You know, I'd agree.
She might actually have voice acting. You know, I might bump her up again. I think she gets to beat Crucible Knight. We just keep doing this clash until we get up, right? I think that's fun there. I think she doesn't have the literal power to kill gods, though. So
she doesn't.
She doesn't go above Black Knife Assassin. Apparently, literal power to kill gods, the power to guard gods, and then telekinesis sword, because Bellbearing Hunter and Elmer of the Briar are up there. Elmer of the Briar might need to go down a tick. I don't know.
I'm cool with that.
I'll move. That can go up. Apparently, he is the fifth daddiest thing we've got so far. What the fuck is next? Mad Pumpkinhead. That's a D tier from me.
Yeah, no, I can stick him.
I feel like it's above E tier. Like, I feel like
he can stand above the Fell Twins. No, above Fell Twins. He at least stands on his own.
Yeah, true. Slams that into the ground. But yeah.
In the way we're judging this, like Fell Twins are also just a normal enemy. Pumpkinhead's also just a normal enemy. But dude stands on his own. He's a wee bit unstable, but like the other dudes have like the foul clap or whatever. So
I'm down with that. All right, you've thought about this next one. So this one, do you want my case or your case?
You go first. You go first.
All right, S tier.
F tier.
S tier. Do you want this to be daddy? This is as daddy as you want it to be within the bounds of the character customization, which is what all the other characters are made in. Mimic tier is you, and you are as daddy as you want to be.
That being said, you are limited by the character creator. You cannot create Godfrey in the character creator.
That's true. That's true. You also can't be a dragon.
Mm-hmm. This here is the narcissism thing. It's you're as daddy as you want to be.
Okay, that's pretty motivating. This could be a motivational speech. You are as daddy as you want to be. I personally would put this quite high up because I want to be pretty daddy, and I am. You can go above Bellbearing Hunter. That's my shout. Liquid Dragon. Oh no, you're Bellbearing Hunter.
You know what?
Right.
I will concede. I will put him above Bellbearing Hunter for the sole reason that you're
Mimic also gets to go high because of the amount of absolute incompetent players that Mimic tier, myself included on my first playthrough, my mage run, who it carried through the game. That is
Mimic
true.
Mimic tier is the daddy for a lot of people.
Game. It carries you through the game, right? Like
Mimic tier is daddy to a lot.
Silly. Exactly. Right? That's daddy in and of itself. Still up because I wanted an ice lolly. I've eaten all of my ice lollies already. So I was going to put this chocolate in the... Oh my god, my chocolate has got worse.
Oh! I mean, it has been 2 hours. It has been 2 hours.
He's going to the fridge. Alright.
Miranda of the Rock. It is a rotten flower.
There's a plant. That's an E tier from me.
E tier?
I don't have any hatred of it though, so it can go in E tier. It is a literal flower. It can go below Erdtree Watchdog, but above crystallines because I don't like crystallines.
I don't like crystallines either.
I just don't like crystallines. I like this is such a non-boss though. Like maybe it should go below crystallines because this boss is such a non-boss. Like, you find it at the end of a cave,
Yeah,
right? And you
okay.
just kick its shit in. Like, it does nothing. You move away when it does, like, a little poof of, like,
This one does
poison.
rot.
Rot. It doesn't do anything, though.
That's fair.
Alright, next one.
Moog.
Moog. Now,
Sewer Moog.
is this Sewer Moog?
This is Sewer Moog, and then this is Big Moog.
Both of them get tarred with the same brush, right?
I mean, yeah, but one has a castle and kidnaps children, and one lives in the shitter, so...
Thing. Right, both of them... Yeah, but they're the same Moog. The Moog in the sewer is the same as the Moog Lord of Blood, right?
I think so?
Like, here's the thing, right? Moog is a nonce.
No, he hasn't canonically done anything to the child. He is just... Also, he's not a child. He is older. He just doesn't age.
Yeah. 500-year-old dragon excuse. Yeah. I've heard this one before. Alright? It's not on. That is child and egg.
Child and egg. He loves
weird.
Eggs.
Moog is weird. But he's also
Moog, honestly, I might, like, if we're considering these the same Moog, I will happily put him in F tier just for stealing children. Daddy should not steal children.
He can go in F tier for stealing children. Get them in F tier. Like, were it not for being a child...
No. Hang on.
Yeah, Demi-Human Chief is the bottom of this, because Demi-Human Chief bullied my boy.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, Moog Lord of Blood is at least like... Yeah, they can go down there. That's the nonce rating.
He gets slightly higher because he does have a castle.
He does have a castle, and he does have the ability to just one-shot you with one of his abilities if you don't have the thing for it. Unless you heal for it, right?
Also wings.
He also speaks Latin.
Sanguinius vibes, you know?
That is
but
not
steals children.
Vibes. That is like
he's got the like massive. He's got like
the
massive angel
boy
wings,
like Sanguinius. He doesn't have massive angel wings.
They're like black angel wings.
Yeah, okay, black angel wings. If you're trying to compare them, would be Corvus Corax.
Oh, the fucking nerd!
Don't come at me trying to compare to 40k and be wrong. Then call me a nerd.
I mean, you are a nerd, but I'll be wrong. It's fine.
Okay, it's true. Magworm. Worms are not dragons. Magworm goes
in. True.
Magworm.
P tier.
Magworm goes to the bottom of... he goes to the bottom of C tier because it's still kind of a dragon. It does drop a dragon heart, actually.
It does drop a dragon heart. Does that mean it killed a dragon?
It goes above Godric the Grafted.
I will argue that it goes below Grave Warden because like that dude is just a ripped zombie.
This thing does just kind of stomp around, pissing out magma everywhere.
That's true.
And that's good.
Is Magma Worm Makar on here? Because that is technically a different boss. I don't see him.
It would be here. So.
The fuck? Because there is Magma Worm and there's also Makar.
Alright.
Melania.
Next. That's an S tier for me.
That is an S tier from me. I will say, Godfrey takes higher.
Personal preference, I'd put her higher, but that's just personal preference.
See, it's hard. It's.
This is just personal preference in that I find Melania more attractive than Godfrey. Like, that's not.
That is true.
That's not any more useful.
It's not more useful. I also think Melania is more attractive than Godfrey, but you include Horaloo in there, and we've got some interesting discussions.
Okay, true. Melania is also a much harder boss. She is the boss. Right.
She also invented clap.
True.
She is the source of all clap. So, like...
Alright, she can go below Godfrey, because he was the main meme form for this list. Melania has also very strong daddy energy, though. Right? You get dogged by that
Melania is daddy energy. No question.
That is true.
Well, I was going to correct you in just a second, but I remembered who's next. Malekith the Black Blade.
Okay, Malekith the Black Blade is also an S tier daddy. I actually would argue that Malekith the Black Blade. I know you want to put Malekith first.
I do want to put Malekith first. But this is collaborative, and I
okay,
will. I'm
I
working with you.
kind of honestly don't think Malekith beats out either of the other two.
Ooh.
But I, purely because, all right, let's take these examples. Right, you rock up to fight the boss. Right, let's think about our phase one. Right, Godfrey,
Okay.
pretty strong daddy energy already. Phase one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Second phase, Horaloo, maximum daddy energy. That's our top S tier.
Yeah.
Melania, first phase, daddy energy. You rock up, you think, oh, it's just a skinny little bird. She waterfowl dances you, you submit, daddy energy. Right? Phase 2, she does the same thing except she gives you the clap. Alright, fair enough, still daddy energy. Right? Malekith, on the other hand, that is a dog in a bathrobe. Phase 1. That is a dog in a dressing gown. Phase 1. Big sword, cool. Dog in a dressing gown. Alright? A hungry dog in a dressing gown, admittedly, wants some snackies. We bring dog snackies. Alright? Still a dog in a dressing gown. Fucking cool, phase 2. Alright? Phase 2, probably more daddy energy than Melania. Not sure about phase 2. Not more than Horaloo. Not sure about Godfrey. Malekith, very, very fucking cool. Malekith kind of twinky daddy energy though. Godfrey has that fucking thick daddy energy. Right? Godfrey has that maximum bear energy going on. Still a dog.
Well, to be
Dog in a
fair,
bathrobe. Dog in a gimp
Malekith
suit.
has phase 1 Malekith is literally a bear. So you can't call bear energy on Godfrey without acknowledging that is a literal
He's a
bear.
dog. Malekith is a dog. A dog in a dressing gown.
Malekith is a lion, and I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be a lion as Garuk as well.
He's a dog. He's a dog.
Okay, so
yeah,
the fact that this doesn't say Garuk, it just said this is just phase 2 for some reason.
Okay, yeah, but, that doesn't work because we've considered phase 2 and phase 1.
I know.
Like,
I will compromise. I will put him second.
Fine. Yeah, I'm down with second. I think that's fine. He is a dog in a dressing gown in phase 1. He is probably one of the coolest looking bosses in phase 2.
Phase 1 does let him down an awful lot.
Phase 2, he becomes an anime protagonist, antagonist, an anime villain. He fucking flips around. He has like black red flames going on. Given that we've watched a lot of Bleach recently, it's kind of Ichigo vibes.
Kind of. He's also the half brother of Marika. So he is the uncle to most of these people.
That's true. Uncle gets you some points on the daddy energy front.
But not more than literal daddy.
Not more than literal daddy of the lands between. I think I'm pretty happy with Malekith there. We finally
I'm not,
some decent,
but
some decent fucking food.
I'm happy with it. It's not my ideal placement, but you gotta make concessions either way, and that's happened for both of us. So I am happy with that placement.
This S tier is always going to be this S tier.
This lion is staring at me at the end of B tier. I'm uncomfortable.
This lion is like, why am I in B tier? They're like, you're a lion, just shut up.
It looks at all of the dudes before it, and it's like, why am I here? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, don't care. All right, next, Margit.
Margit and
Morgott.
Right.
Morgott. They're the same person, though. Why have they got different names? They are the same person, right? Isn't Margit the fellow and Morgott just projecting himself?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't 100% know.
Oh, shit.
Because if these are projections, why do they not have the same name? Why is one a fell Omen and why is one a fell King? The more I've looked at this, the more I think it's two sets of twins. And that's why Omens come in twins. Honestly, Margit's a little fucked up. The first one you meet. But they definitely put me in my place more than I'd like to admit. I think my first time around it took me like 10 attempts in my first playthrough.
So after the times have made their way through Lanedale and reached the Elden Throne, Margit stands between them and the Erdtree. He repudiates the other demigods, calling them all traitors, before revealing himself to be Morgott the Omen King, a demigod of the Golden Lineage. So they are the same person. Morgott and Margit are the same person.
Okay, so Moog and Moog are the same person.
And both of those Moogs are the same Moog. Yeah. They are the two fell twins who were born... Because they are Godfrey's kids, aren't they?
Yes. I think so. Yes.
Yeah. because they had like horrible manky Omen kids and chucked them out. They just yeeted them out like be gone.
In the sewer with you.
Yeah. So
Shun them.
okay, Margit has pretty strong energy.
Margit does.
Like from the first time you run into the boss, right? Like yeah, it's like the first real boss, so it's pretty easy. But also at the same time, you have like some really good voice lines. Right?
Thou art of passing skill.
Exactly. Perhaps warrior blood does truly run in thy veins. And then you get fucking hammered into the ground. You're like, yeah, that's fine.
That's the thing. Like, he's a memorable dude.
He's cool. I think he's pretty cool. I think honestly, I'd give him A tier.
A tier? I was gonna go mid B.
I really like. I bottom of A tier, like not above these two. But honestly, A tier. I mean, he could go like B, and you could put Morgott in A tier. Because doesn't Morgott literally push like all of his blood flame or whatever into that, making that sword or whatever it is? That's fucking cool.
He also has that phase 2 with like the eruption and the swords coming from the sky. Like, he's just more imposing. I'd argue that this dude twins with the Lich Dragon, and then I will completely concede that the actual version of the fight of the dude.
Like, I think he's really cool. He's got really cool voice acting. Like
he does.
Like he's a very memorable boss. Like he's cool. Yeah.
All right, we're in the last like
that.
25.
Still so many. All right.
All right, Knights Cavalry. Same deal as the you gotta turn it to nighttime. You gotta go want to see him, and good with animals. He's got a horse. Like dude,
good animals. He can go buy our Lion Guardian in beta if you really want.
Okay, but I will concede that he's above the line.
Job.
He does have a job.
Above the line.
He's a night watchman.
All right, that's fine. Nox Duo. Who the fuck are these? Are these the two in Celia that I was talking about?
Yeah, these are the two that you absolutely blasted. These are just two normal dudes from Noxtella.
They're like E tier.
These are E tier. Honestly, I'd put them above the. I mean, they're really bendy. I'll put them at the top of E tier.
This is like bendy is just a big criteria. We're just showing up what our criteria are.
It's their only criteria. Okay, like
all right.
They've got nothing going for them. Omen Killer.
He has dogs.
He does have dogs. He also hunts down and tries to commit genocide. That's
bad.
He hates Albinaurics.
That's pretty bad. I do like Albinaurics. They're pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't believe the Albinauric woman is on this list.
The Albinauric woman.
Sadly, no Albinauric woman.
Omen Killer is kind of cool. He's like a D tier. Is he a C tier? Does he get into C tier? He's got dogs. He's chilling by like a bonfire. War crimes though, kind of bad. He has a cool hat.
He does have a cool hat. I'd put him with Eskar. He's also a dude with two dogs. He's committed questionable things. This dude gives me Butcher vibes. The other one gives me cultist vibes.
They both have two dogs. They are above two dogs. That makes sense.
That makes sense. That is the rules.
Neither of those are a dog, but you know. Patches.
Patches is a knob.
A sub.
Patches is not a sub.
Underhanded fuck. He surrenders the first time you fight.
Patches has switch energy. He comes in with bravado.
He's got maximum switch energy because he fights you and is like, oh no. All right.
Dude is like, why the fuck are you touching my stuff? Sees that you're daddy and then immediately is like, please no. He has switch energy.
And tries again and again.
He does try again.
He's been in all the games, by the way. Like I heard, has he always been in Elden Ring?
There's always a Patches like enemy in the game. He's in 1, 2, and 3 for Dark Souls. He is a spider in Bloodborne. Those Patches the spider. Even before Dark Souls and Demon Souls, there was a game that had a Patches-like enemy. There's like a proto-Patches. And I believe, there is a Patches-like enemy that isn't called, I don't believe he's called Patches in Demon Souls. And then I don't think he's in Sekiro. I don't think there's a Patches in Sekiro.
He wouldn't really fit. He hasn't made it all the way to the east yet.
I would put Patches in C. Okay, here's my judgment, and I want to get your opinion. Patches, being the Switch that he is, I would put him above Godfrey. Because there are hints
below Godfrey but above Godric.
I am happy with that.
Just the flex on Godric.
Because he has like a hint at the very start of Daddy energy,
right.
but then immediately flips that switch.
By a very recognizable voice actor.
True. He also longs after Tanith, something fierce.
Yeah. Who the fuck is Onyx Lord?
Lanky dude that does gravity magic. It's a purple elf.
Dudes.
I
found one of those next to like a load of meteor holes in the ground.
Yep.
The other day. That's quite cool.
There's also one in the Rea Lucaria.
He's a purple. Yeah, he's a purple space elf. Fuck space elves.
My mouse died. We've been doing this long enough that my mouse fucking died. I also didn't think it would take this long, but hey, we're actually doing it.
He's a purple space elf. He's kind of meh. He walks towards you slowly and does gravity magic. He maybe gets like a you want to put him in C tier or you want to put him in D tier? I don't mind.
I was gonna say below the Omen Killers.
Yeah, he's the Omen Killer. You kill like one of them
actually
boss health bar. You kill like two of them without a boss health bar.
I think
below Gavelman.
I think below Gavelman solely because that's where the full-grown Fallen Beast is. Because if that's like Gravity Magic Horse, if you add sentience to Gravity Magic Horse and make it humanoid, that's what that is. So it's not as good as an Astel. It's just barely better than the non-sentient horse.
Yeah, I mean, horses have got things going for them too. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Perfumer Trisha.
This is a boss in like a dungeon, isn't it? It's in one of the legacy dungeons.
Most likely. For context,
I'm find this boss. I think, or maybe is that where it is? Don't know. But
for context, cool. a perfume omens are perfumers that take what is it called? Physic flasks to make them no longer feel certain things. So the omens are perfumers that have turned bad, basically. You don't need to know that, but that is the lore I've got locked and ready in my head. So like,
it's cool lore. Perfumers are kind of meh. She's like a D tier.
Yeah. D tier. I see that. Honestly, a good bit below the Omen. Like you get much cooler.
Yeah. Like somewhere like above. Maybe like. Don't know. Maybe down there, like by Bulls. Between Bulls and Beastman of Faramazula, perhaps.
Oh wow, way down there.
Everybody just has nothing going for Perfumer Trisha, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Trisha, you're not even
remember
memorable.
Where she is. No. What's next? What's that?
Putrid Tree Spirit.
Putrid Tree Spirit. I am giving Tree Spirit as much daddy energy. Kind of a tree. Our last plant went into F tier. They can get bottom D tier though, because they're a bit more daddy than like a plant that just stands still. They will fucking zoom towards you and eat you. They can go above Erdtree Avatar. I'd say Tree Spirit has more energy than an Erdtree Avatar, but only just. They can go together.
I was gonna put it below because of the rottedness, but you know.
I think Tree Spirits in general are just kind of more hardcore.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with that. That does make sense. They're more mobile. They're snake-like, which is intriguing.
True. This one's quite tricky.
Radagon
of the Golden Order. Well, Radagon is also by definition very daddy. Like just by definition of being daddy to some of these things. Or money. It's a bit complicated. Because
we're including Marika in with Radagon because they're the same person.
Okay. So like so Radagon and Marika, I said it before, right? Has big parental figure energy. Right?
Yes. And I came back with the Radagon and Marika have massive switch energy. One is bratty and likes to be tied up or doesn't like to be tied up.
All of the above, right? Like big they them energy, big parental figure energy. Whether that's daddy or mummy, it depends on what you fancy that day. I guess them A tier, honestly.
A tier? I agree.
I like versatility, you know.
That's what I mean. That goes into the switch energy, right?
I've got a short attention span. I need versatility.
I
Top of
I
A tier
have a
above
short.
Commander Nile. Yeah, go on then.
Oh no, I was just putting them in A tier. I'm not like it's definitely going to be
Okay.
in one of these three places. It's better than Morgoth for sure. It's
Yeah,
minimum here, maximum here.
I think above Sphere Dragon. I think below Nile.
Yeah. No, I was just putting them in A tier to put them like where they go. Um, Honestly, yeah, like just like you said, I have a short attention span, but I like a buffet. Like if there's
Yeah,
options, I'm there for it.
yeah. Given that we've got it goes all the way down to F tier with fuck this, can we make a good dog tier?
Oh, you really want to separate off just the dog?
That's a good dog. That's a good dog.
Ah,
Because it fits into A B C D E F G G for good dog.
okay, sure, sure. We'll have a good dog tier.
Yes, it's important. Good
You
dog.
refuse to rank the dog, which I agree with.
Good dog.
It's literally just a wolf.
All right. Then come at me with literally just a wolf. She's not just a wolf.
I know.
She's a werewolf.
I said nothing about werewolves. That is entirely
We need
something
to,
that you brought
we
on
need to
here.
watch Hell of a Boss. We need to watch Hell of a Boss, actually.
You're telling on yourself here.
I'm always telling on myself.
Yeah, you
Oh,
are.
fucking hell.
All right, Rykard.
My God. Rykard. Together. He's, he has kind of some bad energy there.
I mean, he
you could also
literally
get
has
eaten
an
by a
entire
snake.
manor of people. Yeah, but he survives.
Okay,
He takes over
that's
the
true.
snake. He dominates that snake.
He is a gimmick fight.
He is a gimmick fight, but you don't need to use the gimmick.
Yeah, true. Um,
You should, but you don't need to.
I fucking love whenever Rykard comes up on the Elden Ring Discord because people are just always like, "Together we shall devour the very gods," just in all caps, and people are just constantly quoting his shit. Did I link you that video? Did you link me that Elden Ring video the other day with? No, oh, I don't know if I saved it. There was one where they were talking. The characters of Elden Ring were talking about, or like all the bosses were talking about Armored Core. They were doing an interview with the Armored Core robot, and every now and then Rykard would just pop in and just shouting random shit. I'll try and find it for you. It's really funny. Um,
We'll do that after. We're
but
again, if we tangent too hard, we'll be here for the rest of the day because we're almost at the 3 hour mark.
oh god,
I know. He's
uh,
got people that are incredibly devoted to him. That does speak. That does
she
speak
does
about
eat
him as
him.
a person. Yeah. Also, she does eat him, but by choice, which it's more of an act of love. Like they'll be together. So like, I would say that's points for him.
Yeah, I
He's at
think he's
least
like
a B.
a he's a
At
B tier.
least a B.
Is he A tier? Does he get A tier? He gets A tier. I think he might get A tier. I
I
think
think
he's a
above
remembrance
Morgoth,
boss above Morgoth. I think below Morgoth.
below Morgoth. Mm, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put one thing forward for him above Morgoth. Okay,
Oh,
Morgoth keeps his sword in his cane. Rykard's the throat goat.
all right, fine. He can go up. He does keep it in his throat. All
He
right, fine.
does.
Up.
All right, Scaly Misbegotten. It is
Scaly
just
Misbegotten.
it is a
That's an
normal
F tier.
enemy. F tier.
That is an F tier. It doesn't even get the like Beastman of Faramazula where it's hard. Like maybe it's not fuck this tier actually though, is it? So it can go in E tier because the
E.
F tier is reserved for things that are bad for a reason that they're outside of like they're not inside the rating. They're in the I fucking hate this thing tier. All right, it can go in E tier. It can go like below crystallins because at least crystallins are like a boss type enemy. Scaly
True.
Misbegottens just kick about. Like,
They're in Castle
is it worse
Morn.
than
Like these dudes, there's like three of those on the bridge
yeah?
when you're
Like,
heading down
just
to the
don't.
Leonin.
Right? You like two shot them. He's
Yep,
there. Is he better than a plant? He's worse than the plant. At least the plant's vegan.
true.
Put him
Vegan, but
down.
you get rot. Sir Gideon
It's fine.
Ofnir.
Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. Now, he is canonically at least stepdaddy.
True, he is at the
And the
very
Philly
least
Lou.
stepdaddy.
he is
However,
an
being
unfortunate
daddy and
boss.
being stepdaddy are two completely different things.
True, true. Um, it's actually quite tricky. And so
He's scrawny. He's full of
he's very
himself.
scrawny. He does know a lot.
I think he would
Knowledge is
consider himself
power.
daddy. That's the thing. I
He
think
would.
he thinks he's daddy.
That's true, and that is an important part of it,
It's
right?
definitely
Like,
a part of it. Confidence is one thing. Dude is fucking worthless at everything else.
that's that is true. Um,
I kind of want to put him like in the second third of D tier. Like he's better than the Mad Pumpkinhead, but I honestly don't think he's better than Falling Star Beast, and that's such a weird place to be.
or Gideon off there. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we could
we
put him
get
next to
it.
the Simp Squad. I think he belongs in the Simp Squad. Honestly, yeah, he is just a slightly better version of Roger. So if we put him just slightly below the Simp Squad, Lionel is doing some fucking work to keep this from being
Yeah,
any further.
Lionel's got some big daddy energy. I mean, like, yeah,
Yeah,
but Gideon off there, nah, he ain't it. He ain't it, Chief. Soldier of Godric.
is just
I'm
a
sorry, Soldier of Godric.
normal
You are
enemy.
E tier. You are the first boss of the game. You are the first actual boss of the game that you can probably beat. I guess obviously yes,
Mm,
obviously you can beat Thingy, but um,
I think top of E tier. He is just a dude. He's like 6, 7 feet. But he is just a normal, not even like a normal enemy in the game. He is a normal enemy at the start of the game.
yeah. Here's the first thing with the boss health bother, I guess, that you can deal with apart from Gribbler. Oh my god, it's the same fucker with his fucking motorbike. God, go away. Um, Yeah, he is just a dude. Yeah, he can go into E. He's fine. It's Soldier Godric. He's not got much energy. He is even Soldier of Godric, like even in his name. So
Yeah, like if
oh lord, I
the
just looked
snail,
at what's next.
the
The
snail is next.
snail.
So
Snail is next.
I will argue in favor of the snail. The snail itself is
Okay,
not daddy.
What can the snail summon?
It can summon, it can summon the Godskin Noble, which is the thick one,
Okay, so the snail,
and
the highest
Crystallians.
rating the snail. Okay, the highest rating the snail can get can be only be just above what it can summon, surely.
Yeah, because it subjugates that thing. So it is daddy to something that has a level of daddy. So the minimum it can be is technically here.
So Godskin Apostle, Godskin Noble. So it has to go there. And it goes below dragons. It is just a snail.
It's technically beating out like 3 dragons at this point.
Oh, fuck. Alright, fine. Yes, it can. By this weird twisted logic, yes, it gets to go up there because it is. Yes, fine. Because it.
It is
Okay.
it is the
'Cause it can
grinder
summon
of the daddy
Godskin there.
world.
Okay.
It has the ability to provide daddies.
Okay. Fine. Here in our tier list, we have the literal incarnation of the Golden Order, a dragon that breathes purest magic, a snail.
Snail.
Snail. Snail. Snail's good. Snail's mid. Okay, yeah, for sure. By the weird logic that because it can summon them, it does have to go there. So it is going there. It feels incredibly weird, and if anyone looks at this tier list without listening, they will be very confused. But yes, it's kind of daddy. Snail do be kind of daddy. All right, next.
Yeah. The regal ancestor spirit. So the more
It's
alive
pretty
version
fucking
of the deer.
Cool.
I'm gonna say it right now. The deer is good dog tier. Both of them.
That is good dog tier. That's good dog tier. That's good dog. That's a good dog.
It's a good dog.
Why does Lion go in daddy tier, but he's going dog tier? Lion Lion. All right, next.
Hey, you're the one that immediately said the lion is B tier. There wasn't any conversation.
It is. It is. Look at that thing. It's henge. All right.
Renala.
Renala, Queen of the Full Moon. She's quite cool. She used to be she is the most powerful sorceress, right? Going.
No, Rani.
No,
Phase
okay,
2 of
the
that
most
fight
powerful,
is literally
most
Rani.
powerful. Okay, she is the most powerful, not like most powerful mortal sorceress, right?
Also, no. Well, not more.
Right.
Well, I mean, Rani is. I guess her spirit. Can you kill a spirit? Probably not. But most of her power.
Rani gets fucking. Rani has thingy advantage. What are they fucking called? The thing that you said, I
Empyrean.
can never remember the word. Empyrean. Rani's an Empyrean.
Yes, but
It's
most
not
of the
fair.
power that you actually use from Renala with her Great Rune is from that egg that she has. That was a gift from Radagon.
Yeah, no, but prior to that, Renala was like this. Was like an incredibly strong sorceress.
Yes.
That's why she's.
But when we fight her, it's from Rani, not like she's a shell of her former self. If you look at it like in game, I mean, yeah, I mean her husband wife left her. Do you think she knew? Do you think she knew about Radigan and Marika? Do you think that just comes up on the honeymoon and she's like, all right, let's have some kids?
I don't really know, because like it's not really very well explained. Like, how do they switch between the two? It's clearly Marika that's on like the when you see the boss fight start, it's clearly Marika. Like,
yeah,
both in form, in hair color, in all of that, and then
the
time
switch
they
happens.
hit the ground, it's Radagon. Like,
right. They share the same body. I'm assuming there's some level of like implied control there.
The body changes, like you can see the body change.
Yes.
I don't know. I think she gets. I don't want to put her too low though. I feel like it's an insult to put her too low. She needs to go in C tier at the very least.
At the very least, you know, I will agree that she should be in C tier. She's minimum above Godfrey. Yeah, actually, no. Yeah, I will argue more. I will argue more. She has a legion of devoted peons below her that scurry around at foot level, nibbling at toes. She's got something going on there.
It's true. That is true. That is true. She does get domed by Rani, but
true. But that is, I mean, that's her. No, wait, is that her mother? No, because she's an Empyrean, right? She has to be. She is from Radagon and Marika, not from Rani. So that's not her mother. Yeah, no, that's fine. Because an Empyrean has to be from two gods. So she can't be from Renala. Rani's an Empyrean. That's why she is a candidate alongside Mekhala and Melania.
Yeah.
Yeah, so never mind. That cannot be her mother. That's just.
No,
that's fine.
3 children. No. Together they had 3 children: Radahn, Rykard, and Rani. Renala is Radahn, Rykard, and Rani's mother.
I thought you had to be the spawn of 2 gods to be an Empyrean.
I think you only have to be the spawn of 1 god to be an Empyrean. Rani was also an Empyrean. An Imperium are special beings that are capable of becoming gods of a new age and forging a new order that governs the world.
Melania and Mekhala were born of a single god, which is the reason they were eligible. Is an so Lunar Princess Rani is the daughter of Radagon and Queen Renala. I thought you had to be, because Mekhala and Melania are born of basically the same person. That's why they were an Empyrean. I assumed it was the same for Rani, but it wasn't.
I guess you just have to have at least half juice.
Then why isn't Rykard and Horseman Radahn an Empyrean? If it's through that level of lineage, surely it's the same.
It's like due to their parents, Marika and Radagon, being two parts of one god. Melania is an example of Empyrean who could become a god without being vessel to the Elden Ring. And she will become a goddess upon blooming a third time. It is unknown if other Empyreans possess their own means of godhood without the Elden Ring. Daughter, she's born of a single god is not true. So it seems that Rani is Rani seems to be Rani seems to be the exception.
Okay.
For some reason. It says here, Luna Princess Rani is an Empyrean, the daughter of Radagon and the Queen Renara of the Full Moon, suggesting that being born of a single god is not a strict requirement, but she is the only one. She is the exception to the rule. For some reason.
That's fine. If there's, as you know, if there's one exception to the rule, I am all for it.
Yes, yes.
When you start doubling, tripling down, I don't like it, because then it's not the exception, it's just a shitty rule. Anyway, I think she's at least, like, here. I could argue up, but I could not argue down. She's above Godfrey, definitely. Arguably, just to make you a little bit happier, I'd say she's above the snail. Yeah. I don't think she's above a clean rot knight, though. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Surely she goes above the dragon that uses literally the magic that she is the literal mistress master of.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Honestly, I don't really rate Smaragd being here too often, too much. I'd honestly put the snail above him.
Okay, you can put the snail above him if you like.
Okay, that makes me a little bit happier.
Royal Knight Loretta.
This is the ghost version.
This is the ghost version. Ghost version probably still goes in B tier. She's still pretty cool. She's got a big bow. She can go in. She can go like just above the lion.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. She's barely. Well, she's technically a spirit, not a person. She has a horse.
She is a ghost.
Yeah. Apparently, horse is. I'm just gonna put Royal Revenant and fuck this. By the way, we're not discussing that.
And fuck this. By the way, I hate Royal Revenants. I despise every single time I fight them. I always wish that I had a healing spell. And I haven't fought one so far on my faith playthrough, so
it's satisfying. It's so satisfying.
I really want to. I fucking hate Royal Revenants. I despise them. I guess the first one I'll fight will be when I go to the sewers. Fuck it. Shit.
Yeah. The fact that healing actually hurts them goes so much towards like them they're being that toxic that you can't even help them. Like that, there's no daddy energy there. Runebear's at least a B. Runebear has to be at least here. Okay, we're saying
Runebear doesn't go in good dog tier. It goes in. Okay, fine. Yeah, Runebear goes in B tier.
If you can fight for the lion, I'm fighting for the bear. Okay, like.
Okay, Runebear can go just above lion.
I know. I think I said it should be at least here. Okay, like how many times have you died to a Runebear? Honestly.
Not that many times because I run away from them because they're only in spaces you can run away from. Apart from that one in the cave, I haven't died to that many times. It's quite an easy boss. Haven't died to Lion Guardians very much either, though, because you don't really fight them unless you're choosing to do so early. Yeah, sure, it can go above Lion Guardian. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a good dog. It's fine.
It's not a good dog. It is... Yeah. Radahn.
Radahn.
For the fact...
Radahn doesn't really care for his horse.
Okay, so this was my argument. Radahn really cares for his horse. He literally learned space magic to, like... alleviate the pain of his horse, and so he could still use it. He's a corpse-eating monster. He is rotted and awful. I kind of want to put him second in good dog tier, just because of how, just because of how sweet it is that he did that for his horse.
All right, put him in good dog tier. He can go in good dog tier.
It's just like he's not an actual dog, like these aren't. But if we can make the deer good dogs. Surely him caring so much about that horse, like that is heartwarming.
Yeah, I'm down with that. He's a good dog. Stone Digger Troll. That's a bottom of D tier.
Bottom of D? Yeah, I'd put him...
like Bowls Carrier Knight, because Stone Digger Troll is literally just a random troll. He can't even cast magic. He's just got a stick. Like...
Yeah, you know what? That's true. Right next to each other, it's just you can upgrade him with a helmet and some magic. Yeah.
Sure. Sure. Tibia Mariner. It's a dude with a boat.
Skelly boy.
He hasn't got anything going on. He
He,
summons some skelly bones.
he can summon some skeletons. So he is at least as good as a couple skeletons, which in this case is not very much.
Not very much. I think he goes in our very nicely overpopulated D tier, just above Sir Gideon Ofnir, because fuck Sir Gideon Ofnir. No,
yeah, you know,
maybe. Oh, is that too high? That kind of feels too high.
It does.
Maybe like below the trolls.
Below the trolls. Honestly, yeah. You know what? No one really wants. No. It doesn't feel fair to Trisha to put Tibia Mariner above Trisha.
Exactly.
No, I agree with you. I mean, that just has to go next to just above the putrefied tree. Oh no, wait, no. Sorry.
Sentinel, not spirit.
Sorry. Yeah, no. Okay, so let's scroll back up here.
Got pretty strong daddy energy.
Yeah, no, I'm scrolling back up to. That thing does fuck you. Now, granted,
I think that's an 8-hit.
It's conditional. It is conditional because it's the first real fight you see in the game, so it fucks you because you've not been fucked by anything else yet.
He's Gateway Daddy.
He is Gateway Daddy. I think above Margit is a good place for him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down for that. That's pretty good.
Because I'd argue he's harder than Margit, and they share that similar role. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Also, apparently Horse gets you into B tier. Unless you're such a good boy.
Unless you're a good boy. Turn on a horse that hasn't made it into B tier. Codric's probably got some horse in there somewhere, but it doesn't count. Yeah.
Valiant
right,
Gargoyle.
Next. Valiant Gargoyle. That's just a gargoyle. I feel like it goes pretty low down by like they're kind of like cooler than the golems.
Yeah.
Where's our benchmark?
I'd say cooler than a tree spirit.
Yeah, it's cooler than Pumpkinhead.
Cooler than Dragon
cooler
Knights.
Getting off there.
Yeah, absolutely. Cooler than the Simp Squad? Yeah, no, they're definitely. We're getting past the Simp energy.
He can go just below Gavel.
Gavel, man. The king of D tier.
He's our touchstone. He's our touchstone who's moved. He started in C tier, he's moved all the way down. He's still in D tier though, he's clinging on. All right,
he's basically the exact middle of this list, which is hilarious.
He is. He's good. It's quite interesting that we start. All right, Wormface. That's a good dog.
Fuck this thing. That's a good dog. You're saying Wormface is a good dog? Oh, I mean they are really sympathetic. Like you can see them crying by the gravestones.
He's a good dog.
Yeah,
he's a good dog. I don't hate them that much. They're fine bosses.
Bottom of good dog.
Enemies. He's a good dog. Abducted virgins.
Where do the Andy Snatchers do not go in good dog? Okay.
Andy Snatchers, they go in like E tier. That's a machine.
I'd argue that they sit right here.
Oh really? No, I thought you were about to argue for them being higher because they're fucking BDSM as hell.
Okay, yes, they are BDSM as hell, but not consensually. That's the thing. I'd argue that they belong down with Moog.
Okay,
they literally take
purpose. You. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. That is not. That's
okay.
Not on. That is not on.
You're thick boy with the flames.
Energy. He's got some daddy energy.
He does.
Sounds a big fireball.
He's a legendary sorcerer.
He's thick. He's in jail.
He's thick.
He done something bad.
Ooh, he's thick and he's in jail.
I think for actually having sentence, he's gonna have to go pretty high up. I'm
thinking like
as well, which is
top half of B.
Margit, just below Margit, above Elmer, I think.
You know what? Yeah.
That gap there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable one.
Alabaster Lord is literally an Onyx Lord, so you can just sit next to him.
Lord, but he's got a slightly cooler name.
And he's been to jail. But yeah.
Electo is in charge of the Black Knife Assassin, so has to go higher than Black Knife Assassin, which is in
absolutely B tier. Yeah, that pumps you up quite a bit.
Electo also drops like the best summon in the game. So
true. Black Knife Tish. That would put it above Bell-Bearing Hunter, but I'm actually okay with that. They're in jail. They're a boss lady. Like, yeah, no, fuck it. I'm into that. Honestly, no. You know what? Just for the actual lore implications and the actual fact that it's a better summon than Mimic Tier, I'll put it above Mimic Tier.
I
I'm
like that.
I'm
I like
I'm
that.
down for that. Because if Mimic Tier will carry you, Tish will take you the entire way.
I like that.
And finally, the ancient hero of Zamor.
Ancient hero of Zamor. Kind of strong energy. Just above a lion.
Just above a lion?
Maybe just below a lion. I don't think it's a C
Hmm.
tier boss. I think it's got some pretty good energy.
It's basically just a frosty Onyx Lord, though.
Okay, maybe a bit lower then.
Hmm. You know, I'll put it here for now. I want to have a look at it first. Because maybe I'm just misremembering it. Because everyone in the Zamor ruins uh is basically just like a frosty Onyx Lord.
Hmm. Yeah, they are actually just a bot. To be fair, they are actually an enemy in the later game. I run
Mm,
past those enemies, so I kind of forget they're even a thing. That kind of might knock it down quite a lot, actually. Might have to get back down and see to.
let's say above Godfrey. They're at least cooler than Godfrey for also being in jail. They're above Alabaster Lords. I'd argue everything in C tier and D tier is less cool. They're below dragons.
All right. Let's just take this list in here for a sec. Let's have a look.
Yeah. Can I fit everything on screen? I can if I zoom out like a single notch. All right. We have done something over
All
the
right,
course of
that's pretty good.
almost 3.5 hours. 3 hours, give or take.
Yeah, I'd call that. I'd call that pretty good. I'm down for this.
Honestly, this started off as a joke, but we did it. And we did it like thoroughly ish.
I'm pretty happy with this. I kind of want to do a run where you try and kill everything in Daddy Order now, but it's not going to be possible because
You can't.
these gate you can't because they gate progression. It's
Actually, you could maybe do reverse daddy order. Hang on.
yeah, I mean reverse
If you
Daddy Order.
start
So
with good
start
dogs,
down there.
because you can do the
You couldn't
wolf and you
start with.
can do worm face.
You could do worm. You could do worm face, aren't they up in thingy?
Yeah, you can do worm face and you can do the ancestor spirit. You can do.
No, because
Radan would be a
the
problem.
ancestor spirit aren't the ancestor spirits. Oh no, they're downstairs in thingy, aren't they? So you
Downstairs
don't
is
need to
where the
kill.
ancestor spirit is, but you have to go to Nokron to get, or just before Nokron to get the regal version. So you have to kill Radan
Yeah.
to get the regal one. Um, where's the
Well, I guess
earliest great
Redan being a
rune?
good dog tier actually makes it
Moog.
work kind of well. Um,
But you can't kill Radan early because you need one great rune to actually start the festival.
hmm.
I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that because I know there's a boss that takes place
Maybe we
there.
agree. Maybe you don't kill good dog tier. You leave good dog tier.
You leave good dog tier. So you go demi-human chiefs, which is doable. Royal Revenant, which is doable. Abductor Virgins, and then you hit Moog.
You hit Mogs. You have to go find your Mogs. The problem is that one of those is sewer Mogs. You have to get it into the sewers, which means
You need
it's a
2
bit
runes to
tricky.
get to Suram. Oh no, you only need 1 rune. No, you need 2 runes to get to Suramog. Or
If you
do
swapped them
you?
around, you
Oh,
could do
hang on.
Moglord Blood first because Moglord Blood you can get to with nothing. Right? You can just get to Mog's Palace
No,
with Moglord Blood.
you need 1 great rune to get there.
Do you? I thought.
Vari's quest
Not.
line, he doesn't move until
You
you
don't
have
need.
1 great rune.
You don't need Vari to take you there. You can just run to the teleporter. I thought.
You can, but that's later in the game.
True.
I
Alas,
don't think you
Daddy
can
tier
get
this
there
might
with
be
less
hard.
than 1. Yeah,
Well, I call that good content. Hey, it's
I'd
back at
call that
Christmas.
fucking something.
Now you get to edit it for ever and ever. It's good content.
It's some weird fucking content, but it's done.
It is weird content.
Honestly, it is the break that I needed after how hectic it was to get that shit out in a week for for uh for the Elden Ring run. Like that was right up to the wire, and also that went live 2 hours ago. I need to check on that.